parkiran ke sana.
Ya.
Guys? Can you guys hear me? Do you guys see me? If you guys hear me, if you guys see me, put in the chats and put where you guys are connecting from. We have a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll fix it. We'll take care of it. But start putting in the chats where you guys are connecting from. I want to see those chats. Oof. We got people from everywhere. People from everywhere. Sí, sí, graba todo. Oh, we got from everywhere. Actually, and if you guys can, put in the chats if this is your first We Do event. If this is the first time you connect to a We Do event, We Do call, whatever you want to call it. So let me still setting up. Guys, we're gonna have an amazing lineup. So you guys definitely don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this call. And your people, make sure you let your people know to connect if they haven't connect. There's still time. There's still time to get more people into the call. Where are they putting there, Nico? Where they're from? If there's the first time. Which how many people we have connected? 300? Okay. Oh, we need more people. We can't start the event with 300 people. Come on. Maybe for el event break. More people into the in the call. So we're still waiting, guys. So a little bit of time. Let me start getting my notes together. Okay, how many we got? How many we have? Guys, we have to get more people in. I mean, we have a freaking amazing lineup that everyone needs to hear from these speakers that we have. Okay, so there might be a little bit of technical difficulties. So we'll give it a little more time. So be able to have more people in. Let me see, getting messages. Let's see. Yeah, we hear no. So we hear the birds and stuff. No, no. Okay, guys, we also have translation. Make sure if you need translation, it's going to be translated in Spanish, English, and French. So if you need translation, make sure you click in the bottom so you can change to the language that you need. Vamos a tener traducción, así que si necesitan traducción a español o francés, lo voy a decir en español, en francés no sé decirlo, pero pueden apretar abajo. Yeah, bro, how you say that in French? We have a French guy here. How you do? We have translation in French. Una, la connaissance. Trying to speak French is not my thing. Uh, but there's French. There's French. If you click in the bottom. Oh, man. Eh, Quentin dice que no puede escuchar. So no sé qué. More than that. Okay, guys. So let's just make sure you guys can hear me. You guys can see me. So put in the chat if you can hear me so I can start. It's about that time. Let me know. Okay. Okay, guys, welcome to the MasterMind Series. This event is gonna be an amazing event, an amazing call. I know you probably hear that all the time, and you're probably tired of seeing me on the screen. I'm always doing the calls and stuff, but this event is definitely gonna be different. This event is gonna have so many new things, so much information, and we're gonna hear from top distributors, and we're gonna hear from Eric. Like it doesn't get better than hearing from Eric. But let me give you a little bit of my story before we start. I'm sure you already know my story. I'm always on the calls and stuff, but just a little bit of my story, something quick. I've been doing this for about 12 years now. I started like probably like most of you guys, just looking to have some results. Uh, I was overweight. I was tired. I was working so many hours and I was so stressed that I was just eating whatever I could on whatever time I had. I was drinking insane amount of caffeine. So all those things led me to be 52 pounds overweight. So I decided to start the products. I had tried many things before, and none of the things seemed to work. So I decided, you know what? If I had tried so many things before, why can't I just give a try to this? So I started using the products and I started getting results. And just like it always happened, people realized that I was having results. I was losing weight. I had more energies. I was feeling better. So they started asking me what I was doing. And me, I was a salesperson. I've always been into sales. I realized one thing. Well, I don't want to do this business. But what if I sell a little bit of the products, the same products that I'm taking, and that money, the money that I make from those sales, I can use it to buy my products. And long story short, my wife started doing the same thing. And then we realized, wait, there's more money coming in than what I actually need for products. And pretty soon that money coming in, not only that it gave me enough money to buy products, but it gave me enough money to start paying different bills. So at some point I was able to pay my car bill. At some point I was able to pay my cell phone bill. And then from there we realized, okay, so there's something here. There's more money coming in than we actually wanted. Long story short, been doing this now 12 years. We have an amazing lifestyle. We get to travel all over the world. We get to spend all the time with our family that we want. And I wouldn't change it for anything. This has definitely been a game changer for me. But enough about me. This event is not about me. It's about many things. Here, guys, look, you're gonna learn many different things. You're gonna learn from people that are doing the deal. You're gonna learn from people that are recruiting like crazy. You're gonna learn from top recruiters. You're gonna learn from top builders, from top royalties builders, and you're gonna learn from Eric. So, look, one thing that I want to ask you guys: make sure you're sitting down, make sure you're paying attention, make sure you write notes because you never know what is that little thing that is gonna change your business. It could be one word, it could be one sentence, it could be just one thing that will change your business. So you don't want to miss anything. Now, that being said, let me introduce you the first speaker. Oh, I didn't say my name. So, okay, so my name is Octavio Rodriguez. I'm a 30K President's team. And like I was saying, I've been doing this for 12 years now. Sorry, I thought I introduced myself. That's weird. But there's no picture for me there. That's true. So, guys, look, let me introduce to you guys the first speaker. Let me tell you, I know this guy now for over 10 years. And this guy is crazy with the business. I never seen anybody so like insane into the business, insane on recruiting, insane on having success in this business. I met him 10 years ago. It was a completely different person. And you guys will probably realize who it is now because you've been seeing a lot of his pictures, a lot of his posts. He's getting insane results. Like the results that he's getting is insane. So you guys want to listen. You guys want to learn from him. And he's actually one of the top recruiters in the U.S. He's always on the top recruiters in the U.S. So without further ado, let me introduce you guys Alex Gonzalez, President's Team 20K.
What's up, guys? All good? All good? Loud and clear? Guys, first of all, Octavio, those camera angles, man, I didn't know you guys were gonna have all these. Man, I feel super old school right now, man. It was just a typical old, Zoom. These guys got the camera angles, the close up. But guys, not gonna take up. I mean, I don't have too much time. It's gonna be a brief conversation. First and foremost, listen, I'm always grateful, always honored at the opportunity to talk to you guys, to share a physical stage, a virtual stage with these. I don't even know. Do we call them legends? Do we call them pioneers? Do we call them? I don't know. You have the likes of George and Disney. You have the likes of Octavio. You have the likes of Quentin and Eric Worre. I mean, listen, I am just honored, grateful, and extremely humble to just be given a few minutes just to talk to you guys. But listen, let me remind you why I'm so passionate about this opportunity, why I'm so passionate about what we do, why I'm so passionate about this company. Guys, this has literally changed my life. I'm going to share. Listen, I put a presentation together just so you guys can have something to look at, besides me. I know sometimes it can get a bit, much, but hopefully you guys can see what I see. Listen, it's changed. To say that it's changed my life physically, it's that's a small that's a small deal, but it's changed my life mentally. It's changed my life financially. The results that I've achieved with the supplements, with the program, with the challenges, the consistency. It's been on another level. I've been involved now with the company for the past 9 years. Actually, I just completed 9 years. Before becoming being a coach, I was in the telecommunications industry. I had multiple managerial positions for stores like AT&T, Verizon. In sales, I was also doing sales in the fitness industry. Right? How ironic is that? But I didn't know anything about fitness. I was not fit at all, but they said, "Hey, can you sell this? I'll sell it and I'll make some money." And great. Unfortunately, I went through some rough situations in life. I was getting fired left and right, from lack of integrity, overly ambitious. I grew up, not having much. So I found myself getting into some trouble as I was growing up, which led to me in 2015 being unemployed, no money in the bank, no money coming in, 320 pounds, really bad smoking habit. I mean, it was my version of rock bottom. And I always say, listen, you don't have to go through what I went through physically to go through what I went through mentally. Thankfully, at the time, my wife, which most of you guys know, she was already into the product. She was already into coaching. Like, she had just started to take things a little bit more serious, started to attend events, started to get trained, and the opportunity was there for me. She invited me to an event where I heard some things, I saw some people, I heard some money, and I was like, man, listen, if these people can do it, I can do it. They don't have anything special. I know people smarter than some of these guys here, but if they can do it, I can do it. The only difference between me and them is that they have more time in this than I do. And that was in February 6th of 2016. I actually just completed my ninth year, because that's the day that I decided to change my life around. I remember the day after I got into the gym. I didn't know what I was doing, but they told me, hey, put some personal development on, do some cardio. And I remember being on the machines, listening to Les Brown at the time, just crying because I didn't really comprehend the change that I was about to endure in my life. And listen, it hasn't been easy. Today, as you guys can see, we've been able to build an incredible organization that has hit the president's team level, the 20K. We have some amazing leaders in the organization. It hasn't been easy. It's been a lot of ups and downs. but it's worth it. We live an incredible lifestyle today. Had you told me, we were going to be living like this back when I first started, I probably would have laughed. I didn't know anyone, making this type of money. I don't know anyone living this type of lifestyle. I was never exposed to that. So for me to believe it, it was hard. But let me tell you guys, with hard work, with consistency, learning skills, anything is possible. It's just listen. It's been an incredible journey. And let me tell you, initially when I got in, I, the first thing they told me is, hey, help people, get them on supplements, get them on programs. I said, hey, that's what I was doing, and I said, hey, listen, I learned some skills in my previous jobs that I can implement here. I can do that. I can sell something. I can persuade someone to buy something from me. I know how to show or paint value around something. I can do that. And so I did that. And from the very beginning, I didn't have an issue with selling something. But what happened was I became a really good salesman. And I remember my sponsor one time, I was a couple months into the business. She was like, hey, something's got to change, because do you want to be a salesman all your life? And I was kind of taken aback from that, and I was a little bit, insulted, but I had to digest that. And I said, man, I really, I don't want to, be a salesman all my life. I don't want to always have to depend on the work that I put in order for me to receive it, especially understanding how this business works, understanding how network marketing works, understanding scaling. I said, no, that's not what I want to do. And so the biggest difference that I've seen in the business, in our business at least, was when our mentality shifted from just serving clients to recruiting, empowering coaches, leading coaches, and just constantly being on the lookout to recruit with intention. Because here's the thing: for a while there was this almost taboo where the word recruit it was almost forbidden. You couldn't. But the reality is that this is what we do. Listen, and in the great words of George, when I first started, I remember we was at a retreat, and he was doing a presentation. He said, guys, listen, you guys are overcomplicating this. At the end of the day, we get paid to do two things: sell product and recruit distributors that sell product. That's it. Everything else is it, you know, it adds, right? It can help simplify things, but we get paid to do two things. And I took that and I said, okay, this is what we're going to focus on. And since then, guys, we don't stop recruiting. We this is what we do. Yeah, we sell product. We have a nice clientele base, because ultimately, what I learned is that having a base of clients, that's always going to be the oxygen of your business. You always want clients. And also what I've noticed is that the vast majority of the coaches that come into your organization a lot of times come from your base of clients, because these are people that have experience already. They've experienced the supplements, they've experienced the community, they've gotten a result. They have people around them that have watched, that have seen their transformation. So the transition just makes it a bit easier, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if you guys can see, maybe not. I don't know. Can you guys see? Uh, Maybe. One second. There you go. So yeah, so we get paid to do two things. And so what I also understood that, and maybe some of you guys have seen this kind of cash flow quadrant, which essentially it's like a quadrant of four boxes showing the different ways that we earn income. The first way is by employment, which most of us, have earned income that way, right? 9 to 5 employment, you get paid. The second way is self-employment, okay? Which is when you first become a coach and you start to get clients and you start to provide a service and get them on product packages and get them into the challenge. You earn income that way. The third way now is as a business owner. Um, and I understood that until I did not unlock, until I did not unlock that third quadrant, I was forever going to be a salesman. And again, I didn't want to just rely on getting clients, getting people into the challenge every single time in order for me to earn income. So things shifted and we started to focus on the recruiting part heavily, because ultimately in this business, you grow by helping others. There's just no other way to put it. There's only so much that you can do. You only have one mouth and two hands. There's only so many people that you can talk to in a day. So to scale and to get to the levels of these legends, we have to shift and start to focus on helping others. Also, you start to stabilize your income a little bit, right? When your income solely relies on you, listen, you have bad days, you have good days, you have vacations, you have trips, you have distractions. So it can be a little unstable. But now when you build an organization and you build a team of other coaches that are out here getting after their goals as well, now it can potentially stabilize your income a little bit. Whereas, you may have a couple of days of ups and downs, a couple of weeks of ups and downs. Maybe something may happen to you personally, but yet because you built that, it can stabilize your team a little bit. So listen, you didn't come this for the most part. I know a lot of you guys didn't come in here just to get clients, right? We're looking to build. So how do we do that? It's fairly simple, at least for us. We've been able to just simplify things, and broken it down into just these kind of five. I mean, listen, I don't have much time to really get in depth and detailed, but we've broken it down into these five simple methods, which the first one is obviously attract, right? So how do we attract? We live the lifestyle publicly, so we use the supplements, we get results in the challenge, we show the energy, the stories, we create curiosity all the time by showcasing the community, by independent brandings, right? So you always see the Flex 45 now and this and that. So when we're out there posting these things, it creates a bunch of curiosity. We also, you want to showcase all the wins in your organization, all of your personal wins. This is how you attract the results, the income results, the behind the scenes, the team gatherings. You want to attract. And ultimately, listen, this is probably one of the most important pieces, is becoming the person that is attractive enough to recruit. Guys, there's nothing more. There are a lot of things difficult, but someone that's unattractive in the sense that they don't have a physical result, they don't have a business result, they're not gathering with team members, showcasing a community, it's not attractive. And it's going to be extremely difficult to recruit someone to an unattractive environment. So for us, we're constantly attracted. As you can see, results have been taken to the next level, and it's created this, it's just another wave of curiosity in our business as of late. It's just, I mean, it's been just another level, another level. So we attract the curiosity, we attract the prospect, we attract the leads, we attract and attract and attract. It's what we do. Once we have people interested, now it's time to present, to invite. And there are many different ways, right? So the beauty about We Do Transformations, at least for us, listen, I've been blessed to have been a part of the relaunch of We Do Transformations since the very beginning, back in 2023 February. I've been a part of some of the creative processes for some things. And let me tell you, in my 9 years, there hasn't been not one tool that has been as attractive as this and as systematically correct as this. Because for a lot of us, listen, we come in and we're just recruiting, we're selling, and not so focused on building systems and funnels and all of this, right? It's just, but this has given us the tool just and the platform to just have a system. And on top of that, guys, so much value to offer. The amount of value that we get to offer in the marketplace because of leader transformations is unmatched. Unmatched. And now pairing it with what the company is now about to launch for us, I mean, it's this is about to hit another 2.0. We're already there with all of the updates with the apps, but it's another level. But it's extremely, extremely attractive. So we invite them to something, whether it be an in-person gathering, whether it be a workout, whether it be a wellness profile, whether it be a shape, whether it be a challenge. We invite them to something. For us, as of late, there's been a lot of invites to Reader Transformation, obviously, a lot of invites to the in-person group workouts and these wellness profiles. Now, with that, we collect all of the leads that come in through whether it be through social media, whether it be in person. You want to have some type of platform, some type of software, some type of system, even a Google sheet, where you want to track and collect all of your leads, because now this is how you start to create a base. Okay. We start conversations, simple conversations, non-pushy scripts. For us, listen, we believe that, and at least for some of you guys that follow me and follow us, we have two ways to I guess to present and to invite and to attract. We have a direct and a non-direct way. What I mean by that, direct is I'm posting a series of before and afters, and at the end I have a call to action. Hey, text me this word or call me here if you like more information. That is direct. But then I also like the indirect approach as well, where I'm just sharing. Maybe I'm sharing a story. Maybe I'm sharing someone else's story. Maybe I'm sharing, ups and downs in my journey. And then I just offer to help. Hey, listen, if you find yourself in that similar situation, if you've ever been in that situation, if you've ever been through that, hey, let's talk. I can potentially help you. So it's super not right. It's non-direct, but you'd be surprised at how many people latch on to that approach versus the direct approach. Now, once we have that, we move all conversation, at least for us, and I highlight social media a lot because it's primarily where a lot of our clients, a lot of our coaches come in through. But we move all of the energy, all the conversations out of social media. We don't like to have full-blown conversations in social media. It's just something about taking it to text message, taking it through WhatsApp, taking it through Telegram, that adds a little bit more seriousness to the interaction. With Instagram, there could be a lot going on, right? They can get lost in the inbox. So we move them out of social media, and then we utilize whatever tool we have to our disposal to present. Simple as that. If it's someone that's interested in getting on a supplement program, getting into the challenge, then we utilize a script, which essentially is a tool, a script, right, to present the challenge, a script to present to invite to the group workout, a script to invite to a wellness evaluation, a script to. So we have scripts laid out for each method, each presentation method, and each invitation method. All scripts handy. So we're not figuring things out. We're not improvising. It's all laid out, a script for everything, which it saves a lot of time, and it ensures that everyone is in sync. Now, on to the onboarding process. So we guide them into the starting point, whether it be, again, the 21-day challenge, which is what we're utilizing heavily right now. And it's just, listen, what's it been, 2 years now? And it's been the tool that has, how can I say this? It's been the tool that has warranted the most amount of results for the most amount of time. right? Some of you guys may know tools come and go, events come and go, promos come and go. They go up and down, right? Initially, it might be a lot of excitement, and then it kind of dies out. Guys, nothing like this. It's 2 years going strong, and from what I see, it's only getting better. It's only getting more attractive. There's only more value being given and added to the package that we offer to clients and to potential coaches. So a 21-day challenge, we onboard them to a 21-day challenge, right? Take them through the process of if it's a client, getting their supplements and their pre-entry. If it's a coach, getting them through the process of registering and signing up, things of that sort. If it's just a supplement program, we onboard them, to supplements. If it's directly to the business, we go that route. And we're constantly asking for referrals immediately, at least for clients. The moment that they get started, the moment that order is placed, the moment that they're registered for the challenge, we immediately asking for a referral right then and there. I learned that from George not too long ago. Great tip. And immediately we're invited to the next event. That was learned not too long ago by the great Eric Worre. I'll never forget. He simplified everything that we do in these couple words, which he said, listen, all we're looking to do is buy 90 days. That's all we're looking to do. How can we buy another 90 days with clients? How can we buy another 90 days with coaches? One of the best ways to do that is to get people committed to the next event. Now, as you guys know, the company calendar, right? It's in sync with almost, it's for us to have an event almost every 30 days. So there's always something to invite to. So we immediately try to get this person locked into the next event, to get them face to face, get them in person, so that hopefully we can buy some time, right? Buy 90 days, and hopefully by that time the coach has made some money, which that buys us some more time. Hopefully by that time the client has achieved some results, which that buys us some more time as well. So, and then listen, once they're in the system, which again, Video Transformation does a great job at providing a system for us, a flow that takes them through point A to point B, through the follow-up structure. At least for us, we have our follow-up structure set up. Before the challenge starts, the calendar's already made with the follow-up structure, what messages are going to be sent, what type of follow-up are we going to target here, right? So if we have 4 strict messages that get sent out to clients, just for like daily check-ins, and then inside of that, we're adding, a follow-up for the invite to the next workout, a follow-up for, to make sure that people don't miss the announcement, the winner's announcement, right? So all of it, but this has to be programmed. It has to be preset before the challenge even starts. Before it even starts, it needs to be organized. This is the moneymaker, okay? This is the moneymaker. Schedule these things with every prospect and every coach as well, okay? So, and by the way, what I learned was that don't leave it up to the mind, right? Put it on paper. Put it on paper. All these things, put them on paper. If they're not on paper, very hard for it to be duplicated. Again, and I'm just shouting these guys because I want them to know that I listen and I learn and I'm a sponge and I and I implement, but put it on paper. If it's not on paper, very hard to duplicate. So, and then ultimately, guys, the goal is to convert. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. If no one has told you, this is what we're here for. We're here to provide an excellent amount of service, provide the best supplements in the marketplace, but also provide the best business opportunity out there, hands down. And if we're not doing this last part, guys, we're missing the mark, and it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. So this last part, this is where things need to be on par, because the idea is to convert. So everything before has to be on par. The follow-up needs to be right. The onboarding process needs to be right, because if any one of these parts are shaky, then when it's time to convert, and let's say we do get one person to say, hey, listen, yeah, I got some coworkers that are looking, to get started. What are we going to teach them? What are we going to guide them through? If we don't have that system down packed, if we don't have that flow down packed, if we don't have it on paper, it needs to be on paper, well organized so that it's much easier to teach to the next person and much easier for them to follow. Okay? The idea is to convert, guys. Convert. Focus on solving people's problems, not just closing a sale. For your people, for your clients, if you're having issues, maybe bringing in some coaches. Listen, ask people. Ask the question. Listen, are you excited? Are you excited? Would you like to make some income? You got some great results. Listen, and keep that door open, even if they say not now. Now, one of the biggest tools that we have that helps us in the recruiting process is leveraging events. Use the events to support the recruiting, especially for the new guys. For the new people coming in, it might be a little bit difficult to maybe get the scripts down packed, to maybe get the approach, right? Maybe build up the courage to go belly to belly, right? As some of my old timers may say. So we need to have events in place to support the recruiting part for everyone, not just ourselves, but for the new person coming in. Because understand, listen, recruiting, if you just stick to trying to recruit in isolation, it's going to be tough. What I've noticed is that recruiting thrives in environments, in rich environments and energy. Recruiting is powerful in that type of environment. So put systems in place where the recruiting almost becomes automatic, and that's why the Fit Club situation is such an attractive tool. And thank you guys for just highlighting that as of late. It's incredible. It's incredible. The tool does the recruiting itself, but you want to have an anchor. So these monthly 21-day challenges, that's an anchor to recruit if done correctly. Weekly, bi-weekly workouts. Some people have them every 2-3 days. So you can already imagine the amount of recruiting that's happening when these events are happening so often. Wellness profiles, evaluations, local gatherings, online business opportunity calls. Have these systems, these events in place to support the recruiting process. Now, that all sounds good, right? It all sounds good, but let me tell you, if the mindset is not clear, it's going to be difficult. Let me just say that. It's because here's what happened. Here's what I noticed what happened as I wrap up here. We started this, at least for me, I came 2 years ago, we do transformations, exciting. I mean, it was the hottest thing since sliced bread at the time, right? And a lot of leaderships started to dive in. A lot of the people that, we were recruiting crazy, great. And what I noticed was people, you have to understand, this is a process. It's a system, it's a process. Every process takes time. So mentally, you have to be ready and equipped to understand that, hey, I need to stick with this for a certain period of time. This is not a quick, a result tool. So you have to stick with it long enough. One of the biggest reasons that coaches don't recruit effectively, you switch tools too often, or you have 6 different tools in your tool belt and you master none. And guess what? If you don't master none, what are you going to teach your people? It's one of the biggest reasons, at least for me, that I see why coaches don't recruit effectively. They try the 21-day challenges, and if they don't get results in one challenge, in one cycle, forget about it. That's it. I'm done. I'm back to whatever it is that I was doing. Pick a tool, work it at a minimum 90 days. Listen, at a minimum 90 days, every day. But the challenge works when you work. And by the way, the challenge works when you work, and it works even more when you take on the challenge yourself and challenge yourself to get some incredible results. Okay. So listen, you guys don't need more knowledge, just more action. We're going to get knowledge from some of these legends. but for the most part, there's an overwhelming amount of knowledge, but the action needs to follow that. Okay. Understand, recruiting is not about being perfect. It's about being real, being clear, and most importantly, guys, it's being consistent. Consistent and being consistent, guess what? You're gonna be rejected. You're gonna get a lot of no's. We already know that. This is part of the process. But guys, listen, rejection is don't even look at it as rejection. Rejection is redirection. That's it. I get rejected. I'm redirecting here. Not everyone is ready, and that's okay. But you have to believe in the system, believe in the challenge, believe in the tool, because the only way you're going to get the confidence in the vision is by the belief. No one wants to join someone that's confused. People join confidence and vision, not confusion. And you only get that by remaining consistent and believing and action, obviously. So show up with belief. Don't be afraid of being judged. This is for all of my new guys. Listen, don't be afraid. The fear of being judged is unfortunately is often louder in your head than in real life. The amount of conversations that I've had with people just, I mean, it's just a overwhelming amount of thoughts in their head is incredible, incredible. But it's always remember, all the fear, all the negative thoughts, it's loud in here all the time. But in your surroundings, not so much. So don't overthink the invite and just share the opportunity. Listen, it's an opportunity that we're sharing. It's an invite. I don't for the past 7 years, I haven't made a sale. 7 years going, 8 years, I have not made a sale. I've shared a bunch and I've invited even more. So listen, guys. In closing, I'm sharing this from the bottom of my heart because, guys, listen, someone shared this with me. Someone invited me when I was at my lowest, when I needed it the most, and it's changed my life and it's changed the trajectory of my family. There's someone out there praying right now for an opportunity, down and out, bad. You are someone's answered prayer, but they need to hear you. They need to be asked the question. They need to be presented. They need to be invited. It's the only way. They need to see your consistency. They need to see your change. They need to see your belief. Recruiting it's not about pressuring someone, right? You want to position yourself with all of these things I just mentioned, with the results, with the belief, with the tools. Position yourself accordingly. And you position yourself by showing up, sharing consistently, inviting massively. So let's build teams with purpose, and ultimately, guys, let's multiply the mission, and that's Mark Hughes' vision. So that's all I got for you guys. But don't go nowhere. Most of you guys aren't going anywhere because I have a very exciting announcement, something I want to show you guys, which none of you guys are ready for. So, two things. We're about to show you guys the top worldwide, the top 100 coaches worldwide. Okay? And we're going to start with 100 through 60. All right? You guys ready? Drum roll, please. Take it away. Oh, I have to stop sharing. Hope you guys got some value while the video is pulled up. Make sure okay, great. You see it, if you see your name there, guys, take a picture, shout it out, put it on social media, tag them. If you see one of your sidelines, one of your downlines, one of your business partners. All right. Congratulations. Some of you guys may be like, wow, that's 100 people. That's a lot. Yeah, really. Worldwide, that's another level, guys. Hats off to you guys. Congratulations. That's an incredible achievement. So now, number two, I have the honor, the privilege to uh, bring someone up, a very special person to the virtual Eric Worre stage. Well, they have another stage, which looks pretty cool. You guys will see. But guys, this woman, I mean, to say that she's inspired, say that she's powerful uh, is just, that's the least. But guys, 8 million lifetime achiever. I'll let that sink in. 8 million. 220K Chairman's Club member, Disney de la Concepcion. Pass it off to you.
Hola, muchas gracias Alex, muchas gracias por esa introducción. Me puse el micrófono mal.
Ahí está bien.
Wow, ok. Hola a todos, espero de que estén teniendo un día súper. Nosotros por aquí, por Miami. Mi nombre, para los que no me conocen, soy Disney de la Concepción, tengo 36 años, soy madre de 2 hijos y llevo en este maravilloso negocio 13 años ya. El tiempo vuela. Antes de este negocio, bueno, comencé a los 23 años, súper joven, con mi esposo. Antes de hacer este negocio me dedicaba a ser bartender, iba a la universidad, tenía muchos sueños, muchas ambiciones, pero no tenía la oportunidad para lograr esos sueños, esas ambiciones que tenía. En la escuela nunca fue para mí, en realidad lo hacía porque pues es lo que uno hace, pero yo al encontrar esta oportunidad simplemente la amé porque venía con lo que a mí me gustaba hacer ya y en parte pues eso fue lo que me hizo quedarme con esta oportunidad y en esta empresa, porque hacía lo que me gustaba a mí. Entonces, bueno, ¿de qué vamos a hablar hoy? Bueno, a mí me dieron el tema de hablar de las redes sociales, que es un tema que me fascina, ya que gracias a las redes sociales nosotros mayormente hemos construido todo el negocio de nosotros. Y quiero comenzar contándoles cómo yo comencé en redes sociales, porque fue así, jugando. Les cuento que un día yo estaba trabajando, yo trabajaba de bartender, como le había dicho, y yo siempre he estado en las redes sociales, desde MySpace, la gente que tuvo MySpace, Facebook. Y luego un día estoy trabajando y me dice una chica que trabajaba conmigo, Disney, ¿sabes de esta red social nueva que se llama Instagram? Está súper buena, pone fotos, filtros, bájala. Y la bajé y empecé a postear fotos. Me gustó muchísimo, típico, plataforma nueva, la gente muy emocionada, todo el mundo estaba conectando por ahí. Y empecé a bajar fotos, lo mismo que siempre hacía en Facebook, que era mi estilo de vida, que era el gimnasio, pues en ese tiempo ir a la escuela, con Jorge, normal. Pero entonces se me fue desarrollando un negocio por ahí, sin darme cuenta. Y bueno, eso brevemente, cómo fue que yo di con esta maravillosa plataforma Instagram. Nunca me imaginé que fuera a ser lo que un día es hoy, tan poderosa. Nunca me imaginé que el mundo entero estuviera en esta plataforma. Y quisiera que hoy ustedes, las personas que no saben usarla, aprendieran que sea un poquito, ¿verdad? Con mis tips. Y ese es mi objetivo de hoy. ¿Ok? Mi objetivo con este training es que ustedes aprendan a usar las redes sociales de manera con intención para que inspiren, para que atraigan, ¿verdad? Y obviamente para que crezcan su negocio de multinivel. Es mi objetivo con este entrenamiento. Pero bueno, saben que una cosa que yo he concluido con la experiencia y el tiempo en este negocio y trabajando con gente, enseñándoles redes sociales, es que para algunas personas se le da las redes sociales de manera natural, ¿verdad? Hay otras personas que no se le da de manera natural, pero es normal. Hay personas que tienen unas habilidades y otras personas no tienen otras habilidades. pero ¿saben qué? Todo se puede aprender. Es lo que yo he concluido, que todo se puede aprender si estamos dispuestos a buscar el conocimiento y aplicarlo, ¿verdad? Y también he concluido que como seres humanos hay muchas cosas que no hacemos simplemente porque no sabemos el por qué hacer las cosas, ¿verdad? Aunque somos grandes, aunque somos adultos, tenemos un niño adentro. Y como los niños, las personas que tienen niños, ¿verdad? Siempre hay que estarle diciendo el porqué de las cosas. ¿Por qué tienes que hacer esto? O cuáles son las consecuencias, ¿verdad? Lo bueno, lo malo, etcétera. Ustedes me entienden. Entonces, vamos a comenzar, ¿verdad? Diciéndole, explicándoles a ustedes por qué ustedes deben de usar las redes sociales para crecer su negocio de multinivel. ¿Ok? Número 1, te da alcance ilimitado. Antes de las redes sociales solamente teníamos acceso a esas personas en nuestro círculo, en nuestra ciudad, en nuestro reparto, ¿verdad? Era imposible conectar con personas del mundo entero el mismo día y hoy día tenemos esa posibilidad. Al momento que tú posteas algo, tienes la oportunidad de llegar a personas en el mundo entero, en otras ciudades. Entonces, imagínense, acceso limitado. ¿Por qué usar las redes sociales? Número 2, porque la gente está todo el día en redes sociales. En redes sociales está tu futura clienta. En redes sociales está tu futuro distribuidor. En redes sociales puede estar tu próximo presidente. Ahora depende de ti el trabajo que estás haciendo en redes sociales, si esas personas van a estar contigo, conmigo o con otra persona en otra compañía de multinivel. Número 3, creas confianza. Pero ok, creas confianza obviamente con consistencia, ¿verdad? Ustedes seguramente que no le compran a alguien en redes sociales o internet a una persona que solamente publica una vez, se pasa una semana sin publicar, tú no vas a dar el dinero a esa persona, no tienes confianza. Entonces tienes que estar compartiendo constantemente tu día a día, tus rutinas, tus valores, lo que haces para cuidarte, para que la gente pues te pregunte, conecte contigo y eventualmente se quiera unir a lo que tú haces. ¿Ok? Entonces, y número 4, atraes sin perseguir. ¿Quién de ustedes no quisiera poder tener personas que vengan a tu cuenta y te pidan tu producto sin tener que estar persiguiendo, sin tener que estar haciendo esos números que sabemos que mucha gente lo hace de mensajes, estar conectando con personas que tú no conoces? ¿Quién quisiera poder tener mensajes diariamente de personas ya listas para comprarte? O distribuidores o posibles distribuidores que te digan, oye, quiero unirme a tu oportunidad de negocio, me encanta lo que haces. ¿Quién no quisiera eso, verdad? Eso es posible, te lo puedo asegurar yo, pero hay que hacer un trabajo en redes sociales, ¿ok? Un trabajo bien hecho. Y eso lo puedes lograr, mi gente, con tu energía, con tu contenido y con tu visión, ¿ok? Mostrando tu energía, tu contenido constantemente y tu visión, vas a poder conectar con personas del mundo entero que va a ver quién tú eres y va a ver tu evolución. ¿Ok? Ahora, sabiendo el por qué es tan importante entonces usar las redes sociales, me imagino que con estos 4 puntos ya ustedes sepan, ¿verdad? Que es importante.
No, no explicarlo, sino repetirlo, porque están preguntando mucho los puntos de nuevo.
Ok, es que creo que me comí uno. No, los dijo todo. Ok, número 1, repito los puntos. Número 1, te da alcance ilimitado de personas. Número 2, la gente está todo el día en redes sociales. Número 3, creas confianza. Número 4, atraes sin perseguir. ¿Ok? Y ese es el por qué todos debemos estar en redes sociales. Ok, ahora sabiendo eso, ¿cómo vamos a arrancar en las redes sociales? Yo sé que quizás muchos de ustedes ya llevan tiempo en redes sociales, pero háganse la idea de que hoy, y si no han tenido resultados, háganse la idea que hoy ustedes comienzan. ¿Ok? Entonces, usen estos apuntes para arrancar hoy. ¿Cómo arrancamos? Ok, lo que yo te recomiendo es que, número 1, seguro que mucha información que ustedes van a escuchar ya la han escuchado antes, solo falta que ustedes la apliquen y hoy va a ser el día. Descifra tu marca personal. Yo sé que seguramente lo escuchan todo el tiempo, marca personal, no lo entiende. ¿Qué significa tu marca personal? No es más nada que tu vibra, tu energía, tu estilo, ¿ok? ¿Ustedes no les pasa que entran a la cuenta de una persona y te cautiva su vibra positiva, alegre, su energía? su estilo de postear su contenido. Hay muchas personas que son súper aesthetic, súper minimalistas, otros que son de colores vibrantes, otros que su página es mucha naturaleza. Tienes que descifrar cuál va a ser entonces tu marca personal. ¿Qué quieres que la gente diga cuando entre a tu cuenta? Oh, me encanta ella, me encanta su positividad, su manera de motivar con los ejercicios. Quiero saber más de ella o de él. ¿Ok? Siempre pregúntate eso. Ahora mismo, este es tu perfil. ¿Tú crees que las personas te están diciendo, ay, yo quiero saber más de esa persona? Hay algo emocionante en tu cuenta. Estás vibrando, estás dando buena energía, tienes un estilo único en tu cuenta. Número 2, preguntas para definir tu marca. Ajá. Estas preguntas te van entonces a ayudar a definir tu marca personal. ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién eres? Simple. No hay nadie mejor que sepa quién tú eres. Entonces, en un papel escribe quién tú eres. Yo les voy a decir quién soy yo. Soy mujer, obvio, soy esposa, soy madre, ¿ok? Soy latina, soy emprendedora, trabajo desde casa, me gusta el fitness, me gusta cuidarme, me gusta ayudar a las personas, me gusta viajar, soy una persona directa, soy una persona positiva, etcétera, etcétera. Muchas cosas sobre mí. De ustedes también tienen que descifrar quién eres tú. ¿Ok? Entonces, vas también a preguntar, número 3, ¿qué te gusta compartir? ¿Qué tipo de contenido disfrutas hacer, crear y compartir? Te voy a decir los míos, algunos de los míos. A mí me gusta postear mi rutina. Si me sigues en redes sociales, puedes ver que ahí está mi rutina de la mañana, ¿ok? Constantemente. Mi lectura, o mi audio, o mi desayuno, o algo, ¿verdad? Me gusta compartir lo que hago para sentirme bien. ¿Ok? Mis ejercicios, mi sauna, con plunge de vez en cuando, mi cardio, reunirme con mi equipo, salir con mi esposo, con mis hijos, etcétera. Me gusta compartir lo que me hace sentir bien. Me gusta compartir tips de mentalidad, me gusta compartir mucho mi historia para inspirar a las personas, me gusta para que vean mi evolución, me gusta postear mi estilo de vida y cómo combino mi familia con mi negocio. Ahora ustedes van a apuntar exactamente qué es lo que a ustedes les gusta compartir en sus redes sociales, siempre que se sientan cómodas y cómodos. Ok. Número 4, ¿a quién quisieras atraer con tu cuenta de Instagram? Esto es muy importante también. No queremos tampoco tratar de abarcar todos. Eso es para mí imposible porque hay ciertas personas que van a conectar contigo y otras personas que no van a conectar contigo. Por ejemplo, a mí me gusta atraer a mujeres como yo, ¿verdad? Para tener mejor conexión, tener cosas en común, poder trabajar bien, cuando nos comuniquemos nos entendemos. Me gusta traer parejas como nosotros, por eso pongo contenido sobre nosotros, cómo pensamos nosotros, nuestra evolución. Me gusta traer latinos, personas con ganas de salir adelante, con metas, con ambiciones, que buscan generar ingresos extra. Me gusta conectar con mujeres que sienten que necesitan una comunidad de apoyo, una guía, etcétera. ¿Me van entendiendo? Ok, entonces esas son las 4, ¿verdad? Sí. A ver, espérense. Ok, esas son las 4 cosas que vas a hacer para poder arrancar de una en redes sociales. Las voy a repetir. Número 1, define tu marca personal. Número 2, preguntas para definir tu marca personal. ¿Quién eres? ¿Ok? Bueno, una pregunta. Número 3, ¿qué te gusta compartir? Y número 4, ¿a quién quieres atraer? Ok, ahora que ya tienes eso definido, tu marca personal, es hora de trabajar. Y aquí es donde la gente, pues, se frena y no hace el trabajo, porque puedes tener definida ya tu marca personal, puedes saber por qué es importante usar las redes sociales para que sea tu negocio no multimedia y todo, no hacer el trabajo, porque esta es la parte dura, ¿ok? Es importante que siempre pienses bien lo que vas a postear, porque lo que posteas puede alejar a las personas que tú deseas o las puede atraer. Entonces, con el tiempo yo me he dado cuenta el tipo de contenido que funciona en nuestro negocio multinivel. Y les quiero compartir con ustedes. Ya hice un reguero aquí. Yo pongo los números y al final los reo todo. Eso pasa cuando no entreno con Jorge. Ok, listo, a trabajar. ¿Qué tipo de contenido? Número uno, que a mí, que siento que ayuda muchísimo en este negocio, es inspiración. ¿Ok? ¿Y cómo vas a inspirar? Vamos a enseñar, ¿verdad? Vamos a enseñar mediante nuestro contenido nuestra historia, de dónde venimos, a dónde vamos, en dónde estamos, qué estamos haciendo para llegar a nuestro futuro. Vamos a compartir nuestra mentalidad, cómo era nuestra mentalidad antes, cómo es nuestra mentalidad ahora, cómo veíamos las cosas antes, cómo las vemos hoy. Todo eso, aunque ustedes no lo crean, inspira a las personas, porque muchas personas están en un punto y en ese punto llevan años y no ven una manera de salir y pensar diferente y salir de ese punto, avanzar, evolucionar. Y al ver tu historia de que tú has evolucionado, que tu mentalidad ha cambiado, ellos vieron dónde tú estabas antes y dónde estás ahora, vas a inspirar a las personas. Y también es muy importante de que vayas mostrando cómo tu negocio evoluciona, ¿ok? Así sea poquito, es muy importante que vayas posteando, documentando cómo tu negocio va evolucionando, porque eso es muy inspirador, ¿ok? Número 2, contenido de educación. Y eso es lo que siempre la gente dice, dar valor. Dar valor no es otra cosa que educar. ¿Ok? Muy sencillo. ¿Qué vas a hacer para dar valor en redes sociales? Vas a dar tips sobre salud, porque somos Herbalife, ¿verdad? Ayudamos a las personas a que se sientan mejor con su salud, a tener resultados físicos, transformar su cuerpo. Entonces, vamos a dar el ejemplo siempre, ¿verdad? Vamos a dar tips de cómo tener mejor salud. Es importante que las personas, por ejemplo, yo pusiera, importante que las personas sepan de que tenemos que tomar vitaminas diarias, tenemos que comer una dieta balanceada. Seguramente que ustedes ya todos comen bien, ¿verdad? Bueno, muestren esas recetas de sus comidas, sus suplementos, los beneficios de sus suplementos, porque los suplementos pueden ayudarlos a ellos a mejorar su salud, etcétera. ¿Ok? Vamos a postear contenido sobre nuestros hábitos, ejercicios, vivimos una vida activa, si te gusta montar bicicleta o caminar, ¿verdad? Ese tipo de contenido es muy importante de que esté en tus redes sociales. Quizás no haces ejercicio de levantamiento de pesa, pero si haces otro tipo de ejercicio, zumba o power dance, lo que sea que tú hagas para mantenerte activa y saludable, tiene que estar posteado porque eso es valor. ¿Ok? Otro contenido de valor es mentalidad, ¿ok? Frases de mentalidad, qué libros de mentalidad estás leyendo, qué audios de mentalidad estás escuchando. Ahora se usan mucho los videos hablados. Yo sé que puede darte miedo porque yo soy una de ellas, estoy todavía batallando ese miedo a cámara, pero es posible. No hay que ser perfecto, solamente hay que ser real, ¿ok? Y eso es contenido de valor. Otro contenido de valor es crecimiento personal. Pon quizás una foto, veo que hay muchas personas que lo hacen súper bien, de cómo era tu estilo de vida antes, los fines de semana salías solamente a tomar alcohol, a rumbear, y bueno, y hoy día vives tu vida con balance y no solo fines de semana haces eso, sino que también te reúnes con tu equipo, trabajas o sales con tu familia. Entonces, eso muestra crecimiento personal, ¿verdad? Y es contenido de valor. Puedes dar, por ejemplo, contenido de valor tan fácil como 3 tips para bajar grasa corporal, ¿verdad? Todos nosotros hemos bajado grasa corporal gracias a nuestra nutrición y los productos, entonces podemos dar 3 tips fácilmente. 3 libros que te pueden ayudar a ser más consistente o 3 libros que te pueden ayudar a romper la procrastinación. Siempre tengo problemas con esa palabra. Ustedes han leído 3 libros, pueden recomendar y así. ¿Ok? Entonces, iríamos para el tipo de contenido sobre estilo de vida. Esa sería la número 3. ¿Ok? Mi gente, no vendas, muestra. ¿Ok? Y ahí está el miedo de muchas personas en redes sociales, que yo no quiero vender porque me sigue mi familia, me sigue mis amistades, y bueno, y no quiero estar mostrando que yo vendo porque ajá, al principio le da miedo, eso después se le quita a las personas cuando empiezan a hacer dinero. Pero bueno, véalo de esta manera, no vendas, muestra con tu estilo de vida, ¿ok? ¿Cómo puedes vender mostrando? Muestra tu día a día trabajando desde casa, quizás estás en tu teléfono, en tu laptop o iPad y te estás bebiendo tu té. Ahí estás vendiendo el producto, estás vendiendo la oportunidad de negocio, ¿ok? Eh, haz ejercicios. Ahí estás vendiendo, aunque no lo creas. Haz ejercicio, pero con intención, ¿ok? Pones un contenido sobre, te estás tomando la proteína después de hacer tu ejercicio, te estás tomando el preentreno antes de los ejercicios. Ahí estás vendiendo, sin vender, mostrando, ¿entienden? Eso es algo que yo hago. No sé si ustedes me siguen. A cada rato pongo terminando mi ejercicio, me estoy tomando mi post-entreno. Bien. Oh, me pasé de tiempo. Ay, Dios. Ya, ok, ya voy a terminar. Ok, contenido pues de tu emprendimiento y así me pasé de tiempo, mira yo, el tiempo pasó. Ok, bueno, número 4 y muy importante, testimonios y resultados. Contenido que no puede faltar en tus redes sociales. Testimonios tuyos, señores, de tu equipo, muy importante. Y pueden ser testimonios no solamente de sobrepeso, de sobrepeso, puede ser un testimonio sobre energía, más salud, crecimiento financiero, de ti o de otra persona de tu equipo, desarrollo personal. Y rápidamente, ya, bueno, ya se me acabó el tiempo. No me da tiempo mostrar las fotitos. Rápidamente, yo quiero que ustedes vean mis primeras fotos en redes sociales hace 13 años, para que ustedes vean que sin yo saber, yo estaba haciendo el trabajo y para que ustedes vean que actualmente esto es lo que aún funciona. Yo me hice distribuidora de Herbalife en abril del 2012. Comencé a tomar el producto. No comencé el negocio hasta junio, ¿ok? Estuve unos meses consumiendo el producto. Y mi tipo de contenido pasó, una vez que yo me decidí a hacer el negocio, pasó a ser así. Estás mostrando. Ah, no lo veo. Bueno, si se fijan, ahí pueden ver tipo de contenido como el que hablé, dando valor, testimonios de mis clientes, mi vibra, ¿verdad? Lo que yo valoraba. Algunas de las fotos van a ver fotos yo aguantando dinero. Ajá, valor es dinero. Muy importante. No sé si sale en una de las fotos, pero bueno, van a estar pasando algunas de esas fotos. Si se fijan en la fecha, es las primeras fotos. Yo era equipo supervisor, en algunas ya era equipo mundo, fui mostrando evolución de mi negocio. Hay una foto, a ver, eso es lo que está ahora en pantalla. Ok. Si pueden ver mis comidas saludables y muy atrás sí estaba el batido con la marca y en el caption yo no decía nada, no estaba tratando de vender el producto, simplemente estaba mostrando mi estilo de vida, ¿verdad? Comida saludable. Ese caption muestra mi energía, mi vibra. En el gimnasio con la proteína en la mano, no tenía nada que decir el caption sobre el producto. Comida saludable, positivismo, la comunidad. ¿Puedo pasar así? ¿O ella la está pasando? Ajá. Esa foto del PIN de presidente, yo era equipo supervisor, pero ya yo estaba documentando porque yo tenía una visión. Y como pongo en el caption, nadie me va a parar hasta que lo logre, que era la meta del equipo presidente. ¿Ve? Entonces iba documentando los puntos de volumen que iba haciendo, compartía que aún tenía mi trabajo, porque hay muchas personas que esconden que aún trabajan porque piensan que no es atractivo. Es parte de tu evolución. Llega un momento en que no vas a compartir más fotos de tu trabajo y la gente va a decir, oye, espera, tú tenías un trabajo, ahora te dedicas solo a esto. Y bueno, ya, ¿verdad? Ya, porque ya. Me cogí todo el tiempo, disculpen. Y bueno, acá abrimos nuestro club de nutrición, empecé a documentar eso, lo que estábamos haciendo para crecer. Acá mostraba rutinas de comida, dando valor a mis seguidores, mostraba el crecimiento de mi negocio y vendía mostrando, ¿ok? Y bueno, eso es todo para que vean de que lo que funciona hoy venía funcionando de hace años atrás. Es lo mismo, la fórmula no cambia. Y bueno, eso es todo. Espero de que, no sé, de que hagan. Sí, quiero terminar con una frase rapidito, mi gente. Las redes sociales no son para mirar cómo otros brillan. Son tu plataforma para construir tu propia historia de éxito y no se trata de ser perfecta, se trata de ser valiente y empezar ya, hoy mismo. Y bueno, y ahora vamos a seguir anunciando. ¡Qué emoción! Esos top fueron desde enero hasta ahora, ¿verdad? Desde enero hasta ahora los top y desde el número 60 al 21. Quiero ver ya. Felicidades a todos. Qué buen trabajo. Yo estoy en el top. Ok, so ahora tengo el placer de anunciar la próxima persona. Es una persona muy especial que quiero mucho, que me ha inspirado muchísimo. Él, su esposa, pero él es el que va a estar hablando ahora. Y preparen papel y lápiz porque van a tomar muchas notas. Eh, Quiero introducir a Quentin, ok, de Francia. Quentin.
In this business, you have to get rejected in some ways. You have to get out there. You have to be brave. And I'm going to share about that. But also, you need to get social, like Disney said. And for me, the best of both worlds, let's call it the hybrids business, is being able to work local and think global. So I hope that you guys are ready. Give us some 10 in the chat if you're alive and kicking. And I'm going to be sharing for the next 30 minutes. Again, I want to thank the entire staff and the founders for allowing me to share today. It's a privilege, and I don't take my time for granted. I'm gonna try my best, Jorge and Octavio, to respect the time. We've got someone coming up right after the break that you definitely want to hear. So anyway, I'm gonna be sharing my slides. I've got some crazy good stuff, exciting stuff to share. Normally, in a second, you're gonna be able to see everything. Let me see. Boom. All right. And here we go. So, guys, the last time I shared on this call, for people who are brand new, you're gonna love it. For people who were with us on the previous mastermind, I remember sharing this slide saying like we just came back from the games tour with Rory and Disney, and we had done in 7 days like a city tour, like a country tour, the games tour, where in every single city we would literally have anything between 300 to 500 and even more people working out in amazing places. We would visit our clubs, and anyone here on this Zoom today wants to know the secret. Well, there is no secret, but the little secret sauce. Like, let's say anyone wants to know how to create and build communities, because my subject today is about building communities. It's about being able to use We Do Transformation as a tool to make sure that we are going to increase the number of customers in our personal volume. And it's also going to allow us to accelerate our recruiting process and program, where we can have coaches, ambassadors that look the brand and want to take the business and the products around the world. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. This slide is the crazy one, because the last time I shared, like I said, we were coming back from the games. And this time I'm sharing actually coming back from the 24 games in Europe, the very first edition in Europe, where we had a bunch of different teams and team captains, probably something like 450 people competing to get the European title. So you guys know I live in France. And as being part of Europe, soccer is a big thing, and it's called the Champions League when you're playing soccer and you want to get, the European title. So not only the games, were in France, now we took it to Belgium, to Europe, and we've got some crazy announcements later on today that you guys don't want to miss. So anyway, this weekend was absolutely crazy, and I believe that if you really want to be successful, if you really want to achieve the top 1%, if you're sitting right here and you're like, I'm made to be one of those crazy successful stories, you need to be bold. You need to stop looking at the time you put in your business. You need to actually make the most of your time. You need to be someone that becomes influential. You need to be that kind of person that spreads good energy, someone that delivers results on the marketplace. And that's what we do. Right away, straight after the games in Belgium, I already had a city tour planned. I was in the north of France. Then we drove 2.5 hours. We went to visit, some of our new clubs, fit clubs. And, this is what we are about. Becoming 1% better every single day as a person, but in our business. How do you become 1% better already personally? By working out, by using the nutrition, by surrounding yourself with people who have what you want to have, by just, being in that mindset of becoming better. That's a way to get better, right? But also, how do you get 1% better every single day in your business? Well, you need to build your business 1% at a time, one customer at a time, one distributor at a time. So for us, our club tour and every single activity, whether it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whenever we have our fit camps, our global workouts, there is always going to be that someone that is in the audience that has always dreamt to be part of such a team. There is always this kind of person. There is also going to be that person that's going to be like, what am I getting myself into? I just got dragged along. But this is the kind of business that I decided to build. So before going further, and I just wanted to share, what I've been, the last 7 days for me. But I definitely want to share where I'm coming from, how I got started. And I want to share with you today, guys, the 4 phases that we are all going to have to go through in our business. So be ready for the 4 phases. I share with you guys also some of the pictures of our different clubs, different fit clubs, the different logos. We just reached now in our organization 100 different locations, 20 fit club locations, and that number is going to grow dramatically over the next 12, 18 months, and on and on and on. So I started my business at the age of 22. I was a rugby player. I was also studying business management. I was, when you study business management, you're pretty much saying to yourself, I don't want to work for a boss. And my personality was like, I don't want to work for a boss. I want to work for myself. But in the same time, I had a passion. I had a rugby career. I was playing semi-professional. I was right there at the top. I was making, enough money to survive, but definitely not enough money to actually live my best life. Anyway, when my season was finished, I went into play in Australia when I was 21. And I remember being, literally at a time where, okay, what am I gonna do financially? Because I was making the money, I would spend the money, and I was like, I need something. And I went online. And I looked for, different ads where I could make, some quick fixes. So my first interest was to have a quick fix. Like, what can I do to financially get better? And I found one ad, and that ad said, we are looking for sports and ambitious people who are willing to make extra income in the nutrition and fitness industry. So I was a sports person, I was ambitious, I wanted to make extra income. Nutrition, why not? Fitness, let's do this. I picked up the phone, and on the other side of the phone was the guy, my incoming sponsor, Mr. Jared. And Jared was in Australia. He joined the business 2 weeks prior to my phone call. He already lost some weight. He was feeling great on the products. He had confidence, and his energy on the phone, he was fast at inviting me. We did not stay social. We were not only online. It was like, hey, tomorrow, 9 a.m., I'll pick you up and I'll bring you to a meeting. So I was like, okay, sure. I had nothing to do. The planets were aligned. 9 a.m. the day after, he took me to my first business meeting, and I've been blown away, literally, by the stories. And few different kind of people here on the phone. Sometimes you start because of desperation, and sometimes you can start because of inspiration. So let's say that I was kind of desperate, but I was inspired by the stories. And I did not join because like maybe it's going to be the plan. I joined because I was like, fuck yeah, if these guys can do this, if all those stories are real, if those products work for them, if the business opportunity is, available around the world, and, it's been going for years and years and years, then I'm going to absolutely crush it. I'm going to crush it. So it started with a yes, sir kind of attitude. It started with a yes, sir attitude. And that's my journey, guys. That's how I got started. This is the picture with my sponsor, Jared. Right away, the guys in Australia were sharing, some amazing stories about the Herbal Heroes and the guys in Santa Monica working out on the beach. And I was like, I can do that. I can definitely do that. I can, I can actually start a fit camp for free. I can work out for free. I can invite people for free. This is what I can do. So I had absolutely no limits. And please, guys, write this down. If you have so many things in your mind, if you have so many different ideas, already start small. Start small. I had a street workout bar right in front of my place on the beach in Australia. And that's where I started doing my first invites. That's literally where I started talking to people, just being like, hey, do you work out? We should work out. I'm organizing Saturday fit camps. And that's how right away I started having 4 people at my fit camps. And it went on to having 8 people and then 12 people. And that's how I got started. So few pictures of me playing rugby. But this is phase number 1. Use what you have and make the most of it. Use what you have and make the most of it. Phase number 1 is called business discovery. When I discovered the business, when I discovered the opportunity, when they pictured what was happening in Santa Monica, I was like, I'm going to be one of those guys. I believed in a story that was not written down yet. I believed in a story that was not yet written down. Do you believe in a story, in your story, in a story that is maybe not written down? By the way, the story was kind of already been written in the US, but I was like, hey, I'm a Frenchie, I'm living in Australia, I'm going to have the best products results, I'm going to open my free fit camp, I'm going to open like 30 day by 30 day challenges. That was back then. And on top of actually doing the one-on-one and face-to-face business and getting rejected, I still became social. I was online. I was promoting what I was doing on Facebook and Instagram, and I loved how Disney shared the early bird pictures, the pictures from the beginnings. Those pictures mean everything to all of us, right? And so I started documenting my journey. The last thing that I could care about, that was my level of personal development, by the way, guys. I could not care what people were going to tell. I could not care what people were going to say about me. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? I could not care. What I cared about is that everyone needs to know what I'm getting myself into. And I was getting myself into living my best life and reaching financial freedom in my own way. And, we need the disclaimers right there, but this is what's possible. And I'm sharing a what's possible kind of story. I use the local events also to be able to, I put a piggyback, right? And piggyback means like there would be some events where I could sample the nutrition. There would be like some mega workouts organized. My goal was to build something on my own and to bring, the main guys to the bigger events. That was the start of my business. I'll give you some numbers right there in the business discovery stage. Phase number 1, very first month in business. If you are brand new, guys, listen to this. I drew a list of 84 people that I believed in, that I thought like there would be a good potential for having a products results story, testimonial, or to be a part of my business, to build my business so that we would build to build our business together. In order for me to build my business, I want to make sure that I'm working with others. I can only help, 20, 30, maybe 40 people by myself. But for sure, if I build a team and we duplicate our skills and our mindset, we can help so many different people. Out of 84 people, I made 23 customers, challengers, my very first month, 4 distributors. And that's how I got to reach the level of supervisor. I made $1,200 my very first month. And the first thought that I had in mind, that's what I share every time, that when a new distributor introduces me as a 3-way conversation to someone new, I always say this. My very first month, I made $1,200. And my first thought was like, what is it going to be like in 3 to 5 years? What is it going to be? And it took me 3.5 years to reach the top 1% in the company. But that had everything to be with the phase number 2. From the business discovery stage, everyone here on the call needs to go into business operations. You need to master your DMO. You need to become a business operator. Nothing is going to work unless you work. Sometimes, and I liked also how you shared it, Alex, like, you jump on a tool, you jump on a DMO, and you don't even wait for 90 days and you switch back onto something else because it doesn't create the results that you want. For me, I was focused. When I actually came back from Australia to France, it was go time. It was like, okay, by the way, I took my fit camps in Australia from 0 to about 50 people. When it was the time to come back to France, I opened my very first club, my hub, the Power Center. I started again from 0. I had 4 people again on my workout, but within a 3 months period, 90 days, from inviting every single day, by being social, online, face-to-face invitation, with our location, we went from 4 to 8 to 12 to 20 to 100 challenges in a 3 months period. That's how I would, be on 10K volume with the first skill of enthusiasm and energy. That is the most important phase, because you need to work your ass off. No one else is going to do it for you in that period. I had a no return kind of attitude, a no return attitude. So let me show you some pictures. We would do fit camps, we would work out, we would come back to the club, we would sample the products, whether it was Rebel Strength or Shake or TN Aloe, very simple, very basics, but we would make sure that energy was the name of the game. And that's when I started creating the French Hero Team culture. By the way, early on, I had early adapters, and some of my guys' names, maybe they're on the call. I've got Matt, and then I got Flo. I've got someone called Alexi, that got someone called Guillaume. We started creating that kind of performance mindset, a performance mindset. Performance in our physical ability, but performance in our business ability also. Performance in our personal development ability. That led us to go and to the events with really a mindset of let's reach the top 1%. Let's reach the top 1%. We are not going to lower our energy or work ethic to a level where people just want to be average. You be obsessed or you be average. So all of the pictures that I'm showing you right here, guys, is the pictures that where we built clubs, we built fit camps, we built locations. We had literally a ride or die, kind of attitude, and we would never be satisfied. I want you guys to write it down, because sometimes you make 8 new challenges in the we do in the we do challenge. You get an extra 10 points. You have maybe 4 or 5 coaches. You get an extra 20 points. You're happy and you're already satisfied. Done. Easy. Let me stay there. Those who can't be satisfied, I always speak for the top level people, top level mindset people, because you might just get started right now, but we are looking for the hungry, desire people who have something inside of them where they're not going to be satisfied by just being average, by just getting a few challenges and just getting a few coaches. I wanted to have a team of 200 coaches, and then I had that in mind. I wanted a team of 1,000 coaches. So for me to get to the 200 coaches stage, it was all about business operations. I achieved that in 3.5 years. We doubled our income, doubled our organization from a year-to-year base between 2016 and 2017. And for sure, we were unstoppable. And that led us to go into phase number 3. That phase is a special one because you don't want to let it go to your head. You don't want to already think, once I'm going to be at this position, then I'm done, then I'm satisfied. No, you don't want that. You want to keep being in expansion. You want to keep being in duplication. You want to be training your organization. You want to be leading by example. And even though you're going to be more and more on the road, and you're going to be more exposed, and you're going to be more recognized, Marcus would always say, like, you're going to get so much recognition that you're going to be sick of recognition. And so for me, my phase number 3, even though I started, being exposed and traveling a lot, for me, my main focus was to always, being tight with my organization, creating French Hero Team retreats, doing qualifications for people who are doing 5K, 10K volume. I always wanted to build a business where no one can argue with my results. And so we kept the events, the business events, the heart of our business. So we would always say something like this: make sure that your success training seminar picture is bigger than your actual fit camp picture. So for us, it was a fit camp to STS kind of business model. Do you believe that, imagine this. We did not really have the proper success training seminar. So I remember at some point in the Power Center, I started creating my own events. And people would see me in shorts and 24 and being branded and, to actually have a bow tie and a suit and like having a tie, whatever. And then people oh, Quenny is taking these things seriously. But that was the kind, even though that was ridiculous, that was the kind of mindset that I had. I was ready to succeed. And so eventually we had to take our fit camps to a level so that we could take our success training seminars to another level. And so that was that business. Let's call it like that. You need to become a business owner. You need to take the decision of expanding your business, right? So you go from business discovery, this is phase number 1, to business operations, this is phase number 2. And you need to go into phase number 3, where you are really a business owner. You own your shit. You own what you're doing. You are a business. You're into that business expansion phase, and that expansion phase needs to stay there for a while. I mean, we kept expanding our top 1%. We started having more than 1,000 and 2,000 coaches in our organization. And when you think about it, how, Quentin, did you go from 0 to 2,000 coaches in your organization? I'll give you three key points, right? 3 key points. Number one, it takes a leader. It takes a leader. It takes someone who's ready to be the example. Second, there's a need for culture. There is a need for a culture in the team. What is the kind of culture that you want to present, that people like, they go like, oh, that's Quentin's team? Well, that kind of culture was, you need to look the brand, you need to you need to be using the products like your life depends on it. You need to look sharp. You need to look strong. You need to have charisma when you share your story. Like, this is the kind of culture that I had. You need to have an all-in attitude, mentality. And point number 3, never miss an event. That was the culture. Never miss an event. So there is no leadership unless there is a culture. There is no culture unless there is a team. There is no team unless there is a culture. You write it down the way you want it, but you understand the point. For me, it was about building a team where I can be proud of. And if I'm not there, I know that the culture is still strong. So that business expansion phase led us to reach the top 100 royalties worldwide. Duplicating president's team members in our organization. But I'm coming to the phase number 4. And that phase number 4, guys, is unbelievable, because the phase number 4 brings you back to phase number 1. Phase number 4 is called business innovation. Being a business innovator, always looking for those angles, the little sweet spots where you can actually get better in your business. And it's about making it bigger and better than ever before. And that phase, I feel that phase number 4 feels for me like, oh my God, I'm a brand new distributor. I'm ready with everything that is happening around the world. We are going to hear about the Flex 45 program. We are going to hear about, the Premier League. For me, phase number 4 is marvelous. And so for me, the phase number 4 came at a point, in the last year or 2, where I was like, we need to make sure we are going to bring new people, a new division in our business where the next 5 to 10 years are freaking insane. And so we started taking our 24 games a lot more serious. And we started to take our mega fit camps a lot more serious. We started innovating, making sure that we would have themes like you go all black. We would make sure that we would rent great facilities. We would innovate with the way we would expose our business opportunity. And so last year, literally 2 years in a row, back to back, the last 24 games in the south of France have been insane. And so let me give a sum up very quickly, because maybe later on we are going to share about it with Rory. But the 24 games is pretty much like a healthy, positive, performing competition where all of our fit clubs, coaches come together and we compete towards, the title. And the title is, it's a mix of, for sure, being a great athletic guy or lady, but it's about teamwork. It's about leadership. It's about communication. It's about an entire weekend where you give yourself, 200%. It's a moment where, you're going to be tested physically, mentally, and also with your teamwork abilities. We took those games to the next level, where last year we had more than 1,000 plus people, but 900 people competing. So guys, there are some big stuff coming. But what I want to share is that in that business innovation, in that moment, we are moving mountains. And I want everyone here to believe in their next transformation. your next transformation doesn't only come physically, but your next transformation comes, in who and how you show up in the marketplace, right? I'm speaking about Matt and Flo here. They've been my ride or die guys since not since day one, but 1 year and a half into the business when they came, I was like, we're gonna conquer the world together. Anyway, these guys are close to President's Team 20K. They are the top 1% of the top 1%, let's say. And together for sure, Flo has got like some serious 21-day challenges going on. And we are looking on ways to freaking take our business internationally. And so last year, when Rory came with Disney in France, we had the opportunity to chat and to be 1 week entirely on the road. And I always say this, when opportunity meets team spirit and when iron sharpens iron, I mean, something is cooking. And so for us, I decided to implement We Do Transformations in a way that it's going to facilitate a lot of things. Our strengths has always been with the French Show team, the communities, the feed camps, the hubs, the clubs, 21-day challenges, results. But we would have weaknesses in losing time being community managers, not having automatization with follow-ups, with the way we would distribute and vote, for the before and after transformations. We would have a lower conversion rate between challenger to coach. And so we definitely saw a lot of opportunities in having a clear flow and a pathway from challenger to coach. We saw the opportunity in the leaderboard also, as far as being a coach. We saw the opportunities in having the votes automatization, the cash prizes, and the international impact. And so for me, in implementing We Do Transformation as far as the biggest tool in our business was like, oh my God, this is business innovation. We are taking this to the next level. And so I'm just sharing with you guys some of the stuff that are happening in the team since we also implemented We Do Transformations. We've had both Jeremy's, who are on the picture right here, get to 5. Jeremy is now closing final cut of Get 2.5, and his sponsor, Jeremy, is also opening up first cut of Millionaire Team. We've got 3 days to go in this month, and that's what we are after. I could name so many different people who are in cuts. We have about 4 different IDs who are in cuts of Millionaire Teams this month. We've got more in Get 2.5. We've got a serious movement because we believe in 21-day challenge. And we believe in 21-day challenge is like in a way to recruit coaches, to be attractive. So for us, what it takes is desire and mission. I'm almost done with my presentation, but I want to take 30 seconds right there. Desire and mission. If you don't have a deep desire towards what you do, it's not going to work. And if you are not feeling like you are waking up in the morning and you've got a mission to fill up your tank, to fill up your feed clubs, your clubs, to grow your business day after day after day. What it takes is one customer at a time, one distributor at a time, 1 day at a time. That's what it takes. So we're gonna have a break in a second. Like, it's gonna be a super short break. After the break, you're gonna listen to someone that is absolutely special. He for sure makes me think even way bigger. Rory was already making me think way bigger, and being together in Vegas with Eric it's been a blessing. And before we go into the break, I would just say this, and I just want to leave you guys with this picture, and maybe you want to take it. For us, the business, I would sum it up in 4 pieces of the puzzle. For us, it's an invite to an experience. The experience leads us to referrals, and we go into activation. And so there was this guy, while the Flex 45 program was launched, and I'm sure Eric is going to share about it. I was like, I want to be one of those guys that is going to be one of Eric's best students. That's how I felt. And right away, coming back from Vegas, I activated myself. I would start 5 conversations a day. I would always do that, but sometimes, to not lie, I would not do it every single day. But now it's like every single damn day. So I sent a text to this guy called Adama. Nice profile, bro. I see you're training a lot. I would love to tell you more about our 24 games. That was my approach. The following day, he was at my nutrition club, at my fit club, actually, in Nice. And we sampled the products. I did not only do a wellness profile to see where he's at, I also drew the marketing plan. I was like, you need to see what's possible for you when you join the 21-day challenges and when you use We Do Transformations as the platform to help your customers go to the next level and your distributors go to the next level. At the end of the one-on-one with Adama, he gave me 35 referrals, 35 referrals, 35 referrals. So 35 people to get in contact with. And for us, we use three-way conversations so that we start building the business of our newest distributors. And we went straight into the activation. All right, let's get good with your social media exposure. Let's make sure that you're getting ready and you buy your next tickets for, STS and extravaganza and everything, like straight into activation. That guy, Adama, joined the Flex 45 program and was with us in the following weekend at the 24 games in Belgium. So I'm telling you guys that the business can go quick if you have a clear mindset, a clear path, and clear actions. And I'm going to leave you with that, guys. Clear mindset, clear path, clear actions. You decide where you want to put your focus, your time, and your energy. While I'm done right here with my presentation, I want to make sure that we are going to introduce the top 20 to top 11 best coaches so far with We Do Transformations. I hope that this actual presentation made a difference for you guys. I wish for you that you smash phase number 1, smash phase number 2, you stay there, you're massive with your operations, you act like as a business owner, and when it's time to adapt some stuff, you're always going to business of innovation to be right back into massive action. Let's go, guys. Top 20, and right there, I'm going to introduce someone very special. Music maestro. Here we go. So, guys, this is the break right now. We want to say congratulations to all of the top 20 to top 11. For sure, you're going to hear the top 10 at some point. So, congratulations for you guys. It means that you're moving forward with your business. What we want to do right now is take a sip, go fill up your cup with tea, with aloe, with whatever that fits you, suits you. Guys, we are back sharp in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Take a quick break. It's the time. In 4 minutes, we are back for the big man. Let's get it. Everybody, what's going on? Long time no see. We are back, and for us here, it's about time to get started. 7 p.m. sharp. I think for you guys, it's 4 p.m. if you're in Miami, and wherever you are in the world, just smash it up in the chat. Where are you guys from? You can put it up there. Turn your camera on. Where are you from? Give us some 10 if you're ready to get going. If you're ready for the second part of this mastermind. And guys, the next speaker, everyone kind of adopted him in the first second. If you've never seen him live training us, I mean, you're missing out. And so there's going to be chances in the very near future that you're going to see him live. But for now, if it's your first time listening to the big man, I'm telling you guys, oh my God, it's going to blow your mind. I got the privilege to spend, probably 2 hours of time with him. And literally, that's what I said to myself. I want to become one of his best students. I've been following him, for years. He's been, the founder of GoPro. And I'm sure that you've heard of him. But I don't want to take too much of his time. He's ready. He's backstage. He's looking amazing. I call him Uncle Eric, so I don't know if it's right or fair to say it. But bro, thank you so much for being with us. We want to give an absolutely crazy introduction and fire to Eric Worre. Here you go, my friend.
Quentin, thank you very much. Happy Saturday to everybody. Might be Sunday some places, but good to see you. And yeah, we did have a chance to spend a little time with Quentin here at my house, a week ago or something like that. I mean, time's flying around, but good to see everybody. I want to spend just a quick 15 minutes with you and talk to you about this Flex 45 challenge and what it can do for you. Okay. I have to give you and your leaders a lot of credit for being innovative in the Herbalife business. The innovation that you brought with We Do Transformations and how many people it's helped in the field as distributors and with customers, great results for people. And these 24 games, I watched some social media content on it over the last week. I'm just like, what? It's just huge and looks fun. Everybody's fit. Everybody's having a good time, or at least they want to be fit. And what I will tell you, I think innovation is amazing, and I think that the future is even brighter. But not only do I want you to develop your physical muscles, I want you to develop your mental toughness. I want you to develop your personal strength, okay? Your entrepreneurial business, your network marketing skills, because some of you are very, very comfortable in the fitness world, and you may be a little less comfortable in the network marketing world. I'd love for you to get more comfortable with the network marketing world, okay? So there's some talk already about this challenge, right? 7 things that you do every single day, and if you miss a day, you start over. And I know most of you are very comfortable with 4 of those things. Using the products? Check, no problem. Personal development? Got it. Exercise? Of course. Post your results? Yep, I can do that. But there's these other 3 that for some of you might be a new muscle or a weaker muscle. And that is start 5 conversations every day with prospects. That is present the products that you have to a potential customer at least 1 time a day. That is presenting your business opportunity, whether it's how they could plug into 24 games or We Do Transformations or a club or anything else. The base network marketing business, sharing that with 1 person every single day without fail. If you share it to 5 today, you still have to share it with at least 1 tomorrow. You share it with 10 tomorrow, you got to share it with at least 1 the next day. This is a consistency challenge. This is a mental toughness challenge. And Some of you are like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Well, good. That's what this is all about. I was watching a documentary last night. I'm interviewing on a podcast tomorrow this guy called the Iron Cowboy. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Iron Cowboy, but you could look him up on Amazon Prime and watch the documentary. This guy did 100 Ironmans in 100 consecutive days. 100 Ironman competitions in 100 consecutive days. So if he could do that, can you talk to one prospect a day about your business? What would be harder, an Ironman or talk to a prospect about your business? And then what's going to be better for your Herbalife future? Doing an Ironman or presenting to one person about your business? I don't know what I'm going to say. Well, that's part of the challenge. Figure it out. I don't know how I'm going to present the product. I know. That's part of the challenge. Figure it out. Where am I going to find 5 people? I get it. That's part of the challenge. Figure it out. So, how many of you have already accepted the challenge? You're like, I'm in. Put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I'm doing it. It's going to happen. We're all going to kick off together on April 15th. It's going to be amazing. I don't know how I'm going to finish, but I'm going to finish. And if for some reason I miss a day, I'm going to hold myself accountable. It's on the honor system. I'm going to start over. If I forget to post one day, I'm going to start over. If I forget, that I didn't use the products for whatever reason, I'm going to start over. So somebody said terrified. I could give you a choice. Here's a choice. Do the Flex 45 challenge or run an Ironman every day. Complete an Ironman every day for 45 days. You can choose. Finish Flex 45 or finish an Ironman every day for 45 days. Okay? Which is going to be easier? Obviously, the Flex 45 is going to be easier. And don't be terrified. I mean, come on. You're literally just talking to people. And do you learn more from success or more from failure? Failure is a better teacher. So even if you screw it up, you're going to learn and get better tomorrow. You notice it doesn't say sign up a distributor every day. It doesn't say sign up a customer every day. It says do the activities and the results will come. Okay? So commit to doing that and everything's going to change. Now, I want to ask you a question. And some of you are very successful in the Herbalife business, and I know there's a lot of people watching right now. But I only see one part of who's watching. But those people, I want you to think about this. If someone on your team does 45 days of using the Herbalife products, 45 days of personal development, 45 days straight of exercise, 5 conversations for 45 days, that's 225 conversations. That's hard. Ironman's harder. 45 product presentations, 45 business presentations, and they post their results for accountability and community. What will they do in volume, do you think? If you had to guess, how much volume would happen as a result of 45 product presentations, 45 business presentations, 225 conversations? What? Give me a number. Teresa says 10,000. Pragnesh says 10,000. 5,000. At least 5,000 45 days. Come on, throw a number in there. 2,500 to 5,000, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000. You guys have more experience in this in practical life than I do. 10,000. There's a lot of 10,000s. Right now, the average is probably 10,000, 25,000. Now, do the math. Let's say it's 5,000. Let's say it's 5,000 per person. How many people do you have on your team? Put that into the chat. Total number of distributors on your team. They joined for a reason. Whether they're really active or not. How many have? Lewis has 1. So if Lewis, Teresa has 100. If Lewis does it himself and convinces that one person on his team to do it, that's 5,000 and 5,000, 10,000. Teresa has 100. If she can flex her entrepreneurial muscle to convince those 100 to do it with her, that's 500,000 in volume, plus her 5,000. Where's that going to take her in the compensation plan? Yari says, I have 0. Well, if Yari does this challenge him or herself, then Yari will do 5,000 in volume. Kaya Clark says, I got 3. All right. That's 15,000 from the team and 5,000 for Kaya. Ricardo has 5, 25,000 and 5,000, 30,000. Now, think about the 3,000 people on this Zoom or on watching this right now. That's what I've heard is the estimate. 3,000, just so I can make sure I get this right, times 5,000. That's 15 million in volume. Is that right? Yeah. 3,000 times 5,000? 15 million in volume? Yep. 15 million in volume. By June 1st. And are the 3,000 here on this Zoom all the people on the team? Nope. Guess what part of the work is? Reaching out to every single person, one by one, by one, by one, by one, and saying, join me, join me, join me, join me, join me. And I'm just talking about the volume that will occur by June 1st. How much volume, if all 3,000 of you that are watching right now do this yourself, just this group, this 3,000, how much volume will they create by the end of the year? Will they be done after 5,000? No. I think it's much closer to 10, 15,000 for the year, not even talking about lifetime. So I know if I give you a push-up challenge for this community, you're like, I'm in. Great. Whew. Yeah, that'll be hard physically, but I'll do it. If I give you a nutrition challenge, yeah, fine, you're in. You'll do it. Now I wanted you to do a conversation challenge. And you're like, I'm terrified. Good. Good. Guess what'll help you to stop being terrified? 225 conversations. That's what'll help you to stop being terrified. 45 product presentations. Now, look, that's just the minimum. Can you do 90 product presentations? Could you do 90 opportunity presentations? Instead of running a marathon, could you do an Ironman? A Flex 45 Ironman edition? Could you double all the numbers? Of course. But at least make sure you do all 7 of these things for 45 consecutive days. Now listen to me. Every single one of you has already won the lottery. Do you understand that? You're in the right company, at the right place, at exactly the right time. You've won. You just have to go cash in the ticket. That's all you have to do. You know what cashing the ticket in looks like? Completing this Flex 45. Convincing everybody on your team to complete this Flex 45. Making it part of your culture on top of all the DMOs that you do. Build an army of entrepreneurs. And you can cash your ticket in. For real. So if this is hard mentally, great. If this is scary, fantastic. If you feel terrified, wonderful. Bring it. You don't learn when it's easy. You learn when it's challenging. And I realized early in my network marketing career that I had to do 2 things. I had to stay in my business. I couldn't quit, but that wasn't enough. I had to stay in my business, and I had to commit to getting better every day. Those 2 things, you're unstoppable. If If you don't quit and you get better every day, you're unstoppable. So this may help strengthen part of your entrepreneurial muscle. And in doing so, you're going to become a different person. You're going to become a different version of yourself. 45 days to become a different person. So I'm excited for all of you in advance. And I'm going to pass it back to your hosts. But this is a moment. I think 5 years from today, 10 years from today, people are going to be looking back to this 45 as something that put the company on the path to doubling its current sales and impact globally and doing so much faster. They're going to double anyway, but this is going to be a catalyst to help it grow faster. Okay? So if you are all in, put a 45 in the chat. If you're going to do it no matter what, put a 45 in the chat. If you're scared but you're going to take action anyway, if you're going to fail forward, put a 45 in the chat. Okay? Your future, better version of you is waiting for you to take the action today. Okay? It's going to be epic. And there's going to be some incredible support along the way. You're going to be hearing about some very, very cool things being announced in coming days to help those that are in the challenge do even better. Okay? And if you're not putting a 45 into this chat, I have to ask why. Why? You're here. You've already got the winning ticket. You just need to unlock a little bit more and everything will change. So have a fantastic rest of your event. I look forward to seeing you in person sometime very, very soon. And Flex 45 is going to be epic. All right? Let's do it together. Take care, everybody.
All right. Well, it's hard to follow that. Thank you, Eric, for again, another masterful training. Even though it was only 15 minutes, it's not much more needed. You've already won. You just have to go cash in your ticket. Sounds simple, but man, such big words, such a big statements. You've already won. You just got to go cash in your ticket. You've already won by finding this opportunity. You've already won by being at the right place at the right time, by being a part of this company. Now you just got to do the work in order to cash in your ticket. So thank you, Eric. Flex 45. By the way, I see you wearing the tight black shirt, showing the muscles, flexing. So really special. Also, we've had a very special day, filled with really, really awesome trainings from everybody. Alex did a great job to start off the day talking about recruiting. And speaking about results, Eric Worre has got some crazy results. Alex, man, his results are unbelievable. He's like a different person. By the way, I got the opportunity to meet Alex when he was a big boy. And he's a completely different person today. And not just physically, but also mentally. So very inspiring. Then we got to hear from Disney, which I get to hear from her every day. So, but also very good job talking about personal brand, social media, and how to build social media into your business. Really, no matter what tool you used. I don't know if you guys saw in the pictures that she shared, because those went through kind of quickly, but there was a picture, there was a screenshot of her Instagram profile, because originally there was no fit couple. It was just Disney. And I don't know if you caught it, but it showed 1,900 followers. That was the month before we actually started doing the business. And so what you see today is not what was always there. So we started out with 2,000 followers on Instagram, and through a lot of consistency over the years, it's built up to what it's built up. And when I talk about consistency, and I don't know if she mentioned it, but at some point
we cleaned up our profile a little bit because we just had too much content, and we wanted to clean up all the content that wasn't up to the standard that we wanted. So at some point we cleaned out a lot of the content, but at that point, and this was many years ago, this was maybe like 2018, 2019 that we cleaned everything up. I remember at that point, which was, 7 years ago, maybe, we had been in the business at that point for like 6 or 7 years. There was a total of 17,000 Instagram posts in the Fit Couple account. And so imagine 17,000 posts in 6 years. Do the math on how many posts that was. So again, incredible section from Disney about social media, personal brand, and how to do that. Then we had another great section by Quentin, which, by the way, congratulations to everybody that's so far in the top 100. And this list is from January to now, basically. Congratulations to everybody in the top 100. But a special congratulations to all the Frenchies, man, all the French people who just recently joined We Do Transformations. They don't have a ton of experience with it, but they came in focused. They came in excited. They came in with belief. They came in with no excuses. They came in motivated, and they came in, ready to crush it. And they have been crushing it, because I think probably half of the top 100 is or maybe more, is French, belongs to the French. And so, listen, congratulations to you guys on all the success that you're having with We Do Transformations. I know how much it's helping, and it's very exciting to see, so many people having so much success. Then after Quentin, obviously, we got to hear from Eric about Flex 45. And, originally on this call, I was going to talk about Flex 45, but, excuse me. I was going to talk about Flex 45, but listen, Eric was the mind behind the Flex 45 challenge and the whole process. So I was like, man, if only we could actually get Eric to be the one to talk about it. And so I we mentioned it to him, and he graciously agreed to speak about it and accept it. And we're just so blessed to have him as a part of our company, as a mentor, as a friend, as a thought leader, not only in our company, but in the entire network marketing space and community. And just really special to be able to have him on calls like this, and for him to actually take the time out of his schedule to do this is really special. And again, another quick but masterful training from Eric. There's a lot to digest, and so I'm not going to bore you with another long training. I'm going to make my section quick also. By the way, my timer, it went dark. We have a great team here, by the way, backstage, helping to make this happen. We've been setting up since yesterday, and we have a whole team here making this possible for all of you. I hope you guys are getting value. I know that in the Zoom, there's maybe like it's been around 900 people connected, 800 and something, 900 people connected, which means there's a lot of watch parties. There's a lot of people that are having events around this event. So my guess is it's probably 3,000 people connected. Yeah. So yeah, actually, it would be interesting if you could put in the chat how many people you're watching with, just to get a general idea. If you're watching with somebody else, how many people are you watching with? Throw it in the chat. 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 12, 10, 15, 5, 18, 6, 11, 12, 1. So everybody, a lot of the people here, you're at least watching with somebody else. So, our guesstimate, it's impossible to really know. We can only estimate, but my guess is around 3,000 people that are connecting, maybe more, because there's a lot of 5s and 6s, and imagine that multiplies the number of 800 by 6, 8 or 900, however many, by 6 or 5 or whatever it is. It's really special, guys. It's really special that you guys take your time out on a Saturday at whatever time it is, wherever you live. If you're on the other side of the world, in Asia or something, I know it's late for you, but it's really special for you to take your time out to feed your mind, and to grow yourself so that you can then grow your business. I'm going to be talking about a few different points. And the first point that I want to talk about is where I see the company going. So we recently just got back from honors, and I know a lot of you probably have, maybe you were at honors or you have uplines, who were at honors and they did a call and they explained to you what it was. But I can tell you this honors was special. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. Because, and by the way, Nicole, did my picture with my name and stuff come up? No, I just, because I haven't said my name or anything. I thought my picture came up. Okay, so my name is, yeah, okay, but maybe not everybody. Can't assume. Jorge de la Concepcion, Chairman's Club member. And my wife and I have been in the business for 13 years now. And I'm the husband of the girl that did the social media training, if you don't know. If you're like brand new, and you don't know, that's who I am. Been in the business for 13 years. Before Herbalife, I had a bunch of different jobs, more than 15 jobs by the time I was 22. Started the business at 23. We were very hungry, very motivated, and very focused. And we decided to go all in. We decided to give it our all. And we eventually, we went to Get Team in about 6 months, went to Millionaire Team in about 9 months, first cut of Millionaire Team, and then first cut of President's Team in about 18 months. We grew relatively quick. And, eventually we made it to the Chairman's Club in 6 years. And there's been a lot of learning lessons through the years. And I remember my first honors was in 2000. Our first honors was in 2014. Was it 2014, babe? 2014. And this was in Hawaii. And man, I was so inspired going to that event, seeing people from all over the world, seeing, so many people having success. And then there's been a bunch of honors since. And we've accomplished a lot of amazing things throughout the years. But to be honest, this honors that just passed was probably one of the most special ones. If I had to categorize it, I don't know, I would probably put it up there, either 1 or 2. I mean, the first one is always really special because it's your first exposure to the worldwide Herbalife business and to the magnitude of what Herbalife is. But this last one was very special. And this last one was very special because we got to see the future of the company. We got to see where the company is going and essentially where we're going with the company. There's a lot of big moves that are being made by Herbalife. As many of you know, we're about to have a new CEO. It's not official yet. I think it starts in May. But technically, we call him our new CEO already, basically, even though it's not official. Stefan Graziani, who was a distributor for 32 years, one of the most successful distributors in the world, he's taking on the role of CEO. And Stefan he wants to make a point. And he wants to lead Herbalife into the future. And he wants to lead Herbalife into becoming second to none in the space. And he's already doing that. He's already innovated and done a lot of things. He helped to bring Eric Worre in. And now he's also basically discovered and been the driving force behind everything that's happening that's going to move us into the future, which starts with the acquisition of another company that not only does it give us all the physical products that company has in their portfolio, but also it gives us access to a whole different digital platform that that company was developing and has developed, which allows us to have something that no other nutrition company in the space has, which is customized and tailored, personally tailored supplements, depending on the specific needs of that person, and it's going to be done based on blood work. And this project is called Protocol, and we got to witness it live. And I'm just sharing a little bit about this. Maybe you've heard about it, already, but I think it's very exciting, and so I just want to share my perspective with you. We got to witness it live. It's Protocol is many different things. There's going to be a digital platform that has a lot of exciting stuff, but there's also like a physical component to it, which is a little apparatus that you put on your arm, and you press a button. It's painless, and it draws blood, and then that blood will get sent off to a lab, which I don't know if it's going to be an Herbalife controlled lab or a third-party lab, but it gets sent off to a lab. Then the results from that blood work come in, and Protocol will design a customized protocol based on your needs, and it's a tailored product that's specific to you and your needs. So let's say you're deficient on certain vitamins, that product would have that in it. There'll be a whole separate line of products. And we've also acquired, part of this company that's going to develop all these products, and they have the machinery and the equipment to be able to do this. And we will be the only company in the industry to have this kind of technology, and we own this technology. And again, nobody else is going to have this. Nobody has anything even close to this. So this is going to put us on a different bracket. It's going to put us in a different place moving into the future. And it's going to give us a level of legitimacy, credibility, and nuance that no other company is going to have. And so with all of these different things, these new acquisitions, new leadership, and all these different things behind it, listen, we're set up for growth like never before. We're set up to go, and have some real massive growth in the future. But the question is, it's not a question of where we're going anymore. We know where we're going. We're moving into the future. The question is, are you going to come along for the ride? Are you going to come and cash in your ticket also? You've won, but are you going to come and are you going to cash in your ticket with us? We're moving into the future. Are you going to move into the future with us? And listen, to be able to do that, you have to set yourself up correctly. And you have to set yourself up to win. Because only those who are set up to win now and in the months to come are going to be able to get the full benefit of all these new things that are going to be launched. Basically, throughout the year, some things are not going to be, launched in different areas of the world, but eventually everything is coming to all regions. And so this is not something that you're going to have to wait forever for, even if you're not in the States. It'll roll out slowly, but it's going to start rolling out this year. And so the growth is coming and the technology is coming. The future is at our doorstep. The question is, are you going to be set up and are you going to be ready to capitalize on this growth that's coming and to ride this new wave that's coming? What is the thing? Luck is what happens when opportunity, what is that saying? Luck is what happens when opportunity and preparation meet. Well, this is exactly one of those moments. This is one of those moments where you can be on the right side of luck, but only if you are prepared for it. And so what are some things that you have to do in order to be prepared? Well, you have to wake up is the first thing that you have to do. You have to stop procrastinating. You have to start building, because when all these different tools and all these different things come out, would you rather just be you by yourself promoting all these things, or would you rather have a team of people that are doing Flex 45 and that are also promoting and pushing all these different things that are going to come out? Well, it's a no-brainer. The more people you have pushing this, the more growth you're going to have. If it's just you by yourself, not a lot of growth that can happen. You're going to be very limited. And so the best way to prepare is to start building your team now. Because the bigger your team is, by the time all these things arrive, the more potential for growth your business will have. So there was a few takeaways for me from this honors events. I shared one, which is the vision of where Herbalife is going. with protocol, with all of these different things that the company launched. Okay. That was my first takeaway. I'm clear on where we're going. The future is bright. There's no doubt about it. My second takeaway from the event, and after seeing a lot of different things, and after seeing, train Mamie, brand new people that had never been number one in the world get recognized for number one when just maybe 8 years ago, they were struggling president's teams, let's say, trying to figure out how they were going to build the next wave of business for themselves. Now, all of a sudden, 8 years later, they're number one in the world. After seeing things like this, it made me realize, and then after looking back actually at our own story, it made me realize it doesn't have to take as long as you think. It doesn't have to take that long. And we have to break those mental barriers and those limiting beliefs to think that it has to take forever, or that it has to take 10 years, or that it has to take 20 years. No, it doesn't have to take forever for you to achieve the levels of success that you want. It doesn't have to take forever for you to achieve the president's teams. Now, disclaimer, okay? It requires hard work. On average, it takes 13 years to reach the president's teams. But not everybody does it in average time. Disney and I did it in less than 2 years. We have different people in our team who have done it in less than 5 years. The point is, it doesn't have to take forever. You can actually compress time. You could take those 13 years of work and you can condense them into 2 years of work if you do more work on a daily basis. So you can either take forever or you can do more work and take less time. The point is, it doesn't have to take forever. And this was a huge takeaway from me, which it's something that I already knew, but it was like reaffirming what I already believed and really putting a stamp on it, that it doesn't have to take forever, guys. This concept of, my time will come, or enjoy the journey. This is great. But I think these are things that people say usually as a way to try to legitimize not doing the work and not having growth. My time will come. It's not now, but eventually it will come. Or enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. These are usually things that people say when things are not going the way they want them to. And it's usually because of lack of work ethic. And so, although these things sound pretty, it's a lot prettier if you just put in the work and you make your time come. You don't just wait for your time to come, but you make your time arrive. You don't just enjoy the destination, you work your ass off to get to the finish line, and then you create a new finish line, because there is never one final finish line. There's only certain stopping points along the way. And the game, for me, not for everybody, but for me, it's a never-ending game, okay? It's a never-ending game, because we're always pursuing what's next, and there's always something next, and there should always be something next. Because if you already have the money, well, what comes after that? More lives changed, more impact, more difference, more legacy. So there's always something else. It's an infinite game for me. And so, listen, stop buying into your own excuses of my time will come, or I'm just enjoying the journey. Get to work. Get to work and make things happen. And here's what I understood. I understood that in order for things to not have to take forever, there was a few things that had to take place. And let me just look at my notes to make sure I'm not like wandering off here, because I tend to get kind of passionate about certain things, and I just kind of go off on a tantrum. So in order for things to not have to take forever for you, there's a few things that you need. Number one, you need a model. You need a business model that you enjoy, that you like, that you can see yourself doing. And for some of you, maybe your time hasn't come because the right model hasn't come your way yet. Maybe your time hasn't come because you haven't really identified a model that works for you or fits your lifestyle or fits your personality. And so, number one, figure out a model that works for you. and that you enjoy. And by the way, the great thing about We Do Transformations is that this can plug into any one of the models that are available in the company. Any one of them. You can plug We Do Transformations into it. So find the right model. Next, create a plan. That's another issue that a lot of people have. Maybe they have the model, but they have no plan. They just go day by day and they take it one day at a time. There's no plan, there's no goals, there's no direction. And you can't make it to your destination without a direction, without knowing where you're going. So the first step to making it to your destination is knowing where the hell it is that you're going, knowing the address of the place you want to go, and knowing the things that you have to do in order to get there. So know where you're going and create a plan in order to get there. And the third thing that you must do if you want to grow and you want to grow quick and you don't want things to take forever, and this for me this is the biggest one, is that you must have a massive sense of urgency. And this is what I see most people lacking nowadays, is they have no sense of urgency. They think things are just going to happen. They're okay with waiting. They're okay with taking their time. They're okay with their time coming later. They're okay with this. They're okay with that. You shouldn't be okay with any of these things. You should not be okay with any of these things. You got to make things happen. And you have to work with a sense of urgency. Things need to happen now. Now, if they don't happen right away, it's okay. We're not going to get frustrated about it, okay? But you must work with a sense of urgency. You must work with the mentality that things are not for tomorrow. Things are for today. Things need to happen today. Things need to happen now. You have no time to waste. You have less time than you think. Things need to happen ASAP. Work with a sense of urgency. Most of you are taking your sweet time. And nothing will happen if you continue to take your sweet time and if you continue to wait for things to happen. Things are not going to happen. Things will only happen if you make them happen by working with a crazy, massive sense of urgency. So things must happen now, today. This was a big shift and turning point because even for us, at this point, we tend to take our time with things. You think about it a little bit and you analyze it and you try to have everything, perfect before you actually take action. Listen, it's action over perfection. Action over perfection. Action over perfection always wins. Perfection will never come. Nothing is ever perfect. Everything is always evolving. So action over perfection and work with a massive sense of urgency. Now, what must you do? Okay. Well, number one, you got to cut away distractions. You can't grow with too many distractions. You have to try to minimize the amount of distractions that you have today in your life. And again, too many of you have too many different distractions in your life. You're going to have to start cutting some things out if you want things to happen quick. You're going to have to start eliminating some distractions. There's no way around it. You're going to have to. Okay, you're going to have to. You're going to have to find somebody to cut your lawn. You're going to have to find somebody to do some of the things that don't produce anything for you. And you're going to have to find ways to only focus on money-making activities. Activities that are going to bring you closer to your goal. Activities that are going to bring you closer to achieving whatever that next level is for you. So cut away distractions. And you got to come to the realization that you're going to have sleepless nights. You're going to have restless days. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be frustrated at times. And actually, when I start to feel like this, I actually start to embrace it. I love feeling like this because every time that I start to feel like this, when I start to feel overwhelmed, when I start to feel stressed, when I start to feel overworked, is usually right around the time when things start to happen. So whenever I start to get these feelings, these emotions, I know that there's something big waiting for me on the other side, because it never fails. Every time we reach a point of becoming overwhelmed, becoming maybe frustrated, becoming stressed because there's so much going on, is usually the point right before things start to actually take off. And so when you have these emotions, embrace these emotions, because it means that you're doing something right. And you just got to learn to deal with them. Don't run away from them, just learn to deal with them. And so what should you do maybe leaving this call or leaving this meeting? Here's what I would do. And actually, here's what we've been doing ever since we came back from honors. We've been getting on the phone with everybody in our team. I don't care if they're my direct downline. I don't care if they're my second, third, fourth, eighth, 10th line. We've been getting on the phone with everybody in our team. Obviously, we haven't been able to do it all yet. So we started kind of like from the top down. We're still working on some people. But the idea is you get on the phone with everybody. You figure out where they're at. You let them know where you're going. And if they want to come along, you teach them Flex 45. Figure out where they're at. Inspire them by letting them know where you're going. And if they want to come along and they're ready to go, you teach them about Flex 45. Do this with every single person in our team. Sometimes we spend a lot of energy trying to recruit a lot of new people, not realizing that there's a lot of people within our team that are already signed up who are not really fully recruited yet. They're signed up, but they're not doing anything. Re-recruit these people back into the mission. Re-recruit these people back into the project and get them on Flex 45. That's what I would do. I would take it a step further. Go through your entire client base. Everybody you've ever brought in as a client from the moment you signed up, if you still have some kind of list or if you still have access to those people. Can you turn off the timer? My time is up, but contact every single one of those customers and see where they're at. Are they ready to get back on a program? Are they ready to start losing weight again? Are they ready to take their results to the next level? Find out where they're at, say hello, see how they're doing. Reconnect with those people, see where they're at, and get them to engage once again, get them to become customers once again. Maybe get them to become distributors if that's what they're looking for. So reconnect with all of your customers, existing customers and previous customers that maybe you haven't communicated with in a long time. And then connect with all of your distributors, everybody in your org. Figure out where they're at. Let them know where you're going. And if they're ready to go with you, teach them about Flex 45 and then hold them accountable. You do this, and this could change everything for you. You do this, and this starts to set you up and starts to help you move in the right direction so that you can be ready for when the time comes, so that you can be ready for when all the innovations are here and this rocket is ready to take off. This is where I see Herbalife right now. Imagine the SpaceX rocket or the NASA rocket or whatever it is. The rocket is on the platform. The engines are on. They're burning. The fire is coming up, but the rocket hasn't taken off. It's still on the platform, and the countdown has just begun. 10, 9, 8, 7. Guys, Herbalife is that rocket, and we're counting down. We're about to take off. The question is, are you coming along for the ride? I hope that you are. This is it for my section, but it's not over because we're about to recognize the top 10 We Do Transformations coaches since January. Okay, and listen, this is special, guys. This is from people from all over the world. And it just shows a lot of work ethic. These guys are probably doing a lot of these different things that I talked about. So these people are special. Remember their names because these people are going somewhere. So please pull up the video, top 10 We Do Transformations coaches. All right, so we're doing 10 to 4. and then we're going to do the top three. France, number 10. Number 9, Spain. Number 8, France. Number 7, France. Tracy, we got an American. There we go. Alex. Belgium, nice. Benice. All right, so that was 10 through 4. Now we're about to announce the top 3 We Do Transformations coaches since January. So January through now. Let's roll it. India in the house, of course. Number 2, Aruba. This is crazy. Congratulations, guys. And then number 1, India. Man, listen, congratulations not only to the top 3 or the top 10, but congratulations to the top 100. Congratulations to everybody who made it on that list. That is a really special list to be a part of. Again, keep up the good work. Chances are you guys that were on that list, you're probably applying a lot of these things that we've been teaching. But now we have about 10 minutes left. And for the last 10 minutes, we'll call it the last 5 minutes. You know, in Herbalife, we do the last 5 minutes, but it's never really 5 minutes. I never understood that, by the way, but that's just the way that it is. So for the last 5 minutes, which is really more like 10, I want to bring back on, I don't know how we do this, but I want to bring back on my brother, Quentin, so that we can, announce a few things.
Well done, bro. What a training you just gave, literally. I was thinking for myself.
All right, hang on a second. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, you can't. Wait.
I need to be able to hear Quentin. Hang on a second.
You let me know when you hear me, bro.
I have to put on headphones. Because then, hang on a second, guys. Technical difficulties.
I know, trying to figure out.
Give it up for Rory, by the way, guys, in the chat, for the vision that these guys do. Massive.
Actually, I think you can leave it like that.
Yeah. I'll talk.
Okay, I think we're good, bro.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Guys, in the chat, can you let us know if you hear us okay?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so, bro, look, it's been an amazing 3 hours. The time went by like this.
Literally, I know.
Before we get into what we're going to announce, I want to make a quick announcement before that. I don't know. For those of you that have been a part of We Do Transformations for 2 years, more or less, you may remember that the very first We Do Transformations event that we did in Vegas, not the virtual one, but the one that we did in person, that event was one for the history books. That event was next level. Everybody loved that event. I remember the whole setup, the party. That was the very first event where we had Eric Worre speak. There was around 2,000 people, and that was just a really epic event. And well, for the last 2 years, basically, I can't remember exactly how long ago that was, but that was September 2023. So it's been not 2 years, maybe a year and a half. For the last year and a half, everybody has been asking, when is there going to be another event like the one that we had in Vegas? When is there going to be another Vegas event like the original We Do Transformations event? And I got to tell you that this year in September, we're going back to Vegas and we're going to be doing another We Do Transformations Vegas Mastermind event. So we don't have all the details yet. Just know, okay, just know and plan accordingly that in September, we are going back to Vegas for another We Do Transformations Mastermind, and it's going to be epic. If you were at the first one, you already know. We're going to be sharing more content of some of the things that happened during that event in the months to come, just so you get an idea. But definitely one of the most epic events I've ever been a part of. So if you were there, you know. If you know, you know. If you were not there, don't worry. There'll be some videos coming up where you'll be able to see and get an idea more or less of what that event was all about. But just everybody can already start to kind of imagine and start to put it in their calendar. We're going to have another mastermind in Vegas. And it's probably going to be, just so you know, within the first 2 weeks of September. Okay. The first half of the month. So just throwing that out there. No more details on that for now. Just throwing that out there, but that's coming. Okay. But really what I wanted Quentin to come on here and help me with is to launch something that's happening now in June. And it's something really special that's happening in June. And so to do that, I'll leave it to Quentin because he's the man behind the idea. He's the man behind the project. He's the man that created the whole thing. So I'll let him kind of talk about it a little bit more.
So, bro, first of all, for the Vegas event, we were jealous when we saw it. You know, we were jealous last time. So now that, you know, this is in the planning, for sure we're going to be there. And for anyone who asked in the chat, make sure it's not with in the same time as European Extravaganza. It's not going to be just like Rory said. But before that, so imagine for the guys who've been there, you know how the guys, Rory and everyone, is taking the events to the next level. So that's for business and that's for party and recognition and mindset. But think about it. In June 7th and 8th, we're going to have an event where you can definitely also become an actor of this event. It's going to be a total weekend of performance and lifestyle and also fitness and transformations and recognition. And it's going to be the real definition of living your best life. When you're going to look left and right, you're going to see, you know, the most good-looking community that exists out there, where we designed a program where you're going to be able to team up with 10 different people, right? 10 different people to perform on different tests. And that's going to go for the 2 days, 48 hours of literally madness, right? But not only that, imagine you're listening to the call right now and you're like, oh, until June, maybe I'm going to have 5 people with me. What if I'm not 10? Few reasons why you have to be there with us in June. Number one, it's going to be the biggest showcase of healthy active lifestyle worldwide that Herbalife has ever seen. That's number one. Second is because it's going to help you build your business, because the best of the world is going to be there. And now, third thing, if you're only 4 or 5 coming, first of all, you have until June to build your team, to be the captain of your next team of 10 people. But let's say you're 5 and you're arriving on the spot, you're going to be able to team up with existing coaches, prospects, customers, challengers who are going to be there on the spot that also don't made a team of 10. And you're going to be able to link up with people from so many different countries that you've never heard of. And you're going to be able to create some new bonds that is going to be crazy. So the one thing I want to say is this, because, well, I think the guys deserve to know what to maybe train on. The guys need to think about having a few burpees. So as well as the 5 conversations a day that you've heard in Flex 45, you need to train 5 burpees a day. You know, 5 burpees a day on top of the 5 conversations. When you're like, what can I do with the, you know, I have to have one business exposure or one nutrition opportunity, think about it like 1 mile. Can you run 1 mile? Or maybe you're not really into running. I would suggest that you start doing a bit of physical activity before you're coming to the games. By the way, for anyone who is injured, for anyone who has, this thing of, what if I'm not at the level? We always need some referees, and we're going to have a nice group of referees out there that is going to help us, have the best weekend of the year ever. And I'll tell you, for us, the Frenchies, and I'm sure Flo is also with you guys in Miami, just, completed the Masters Championships, with the running and stuff. We are always building with the French guys some amazing games where those tests are crazy, where people finish the event and they're like, that was the best weekend of my life. So I'm going to give it back to Roy because every time I start speaking about the 24 games, I cannot stop. So, bro, are you excited for the 24 games in Miami?
Bro, listen, this is next level. So I was recently, they recently had like a showcase of what the 24 games are about in Belgium. And I happened to be in Spain. And so I literally flew from Spain to Belgium for a day, and then I flew back to Spain just so I can be part of this experience, and so I could get to live a little bit of what the 24 games are about, because I had never been. And there was about 400 people there, which is it's probably a fraction of what we're gonna have here in Miami. And it was indoors, so it's not as cool as outdoors with water stuff and and in the Miami heat. But what I lived there, what I saw team building and team bonding like I had never seen before. I saw people pushing their limits like I had never seen before. I saw people motivating each other and inspiring each other and pushing each other like I had never seen before. I saw people fighting through pain like I had never seen before. I mean, there was paramedics on site, and there was quite a few people that were kind of busted up. They were injured, they were still pushing their teammates. I saw a level of just energy and inspiration and perseverance and grit that I had never been a part of and that I had never seen. This is next level. If you have a team of 10 and you want to come with your team, I'm telling you, you're going to have a bonding experience and a team building experience with your team like nothing you've ever done. If you don't have a team of 10, it doesn't matter. You're going to have a team building experience with the rest of the teams and with the rest of the people like you've never had. And I'll tell you why I think that this is such a game changer. And what I witnessed first person when I was in France with Quentin doing the 24 games tour, we went city by city. He talked about it. And we went to a bunch of mega fit camps with like 400 people, all kinds of just crazy stuff. But here's what I saw. I saw Quentin working. I saw Quentin talking to people. He's a machine, by the way. I saw him pull up his car in the middle of the street to get somebody's contact and to talk to somebody about what we're doing. But here's what was interesting. The pitch was so easy. Quentin's pitch was so easy because he would approach people and he would be like, hey, you like working out? Yeah, I love working out. Well, let me show you these 24 games that we do. And all he would do was just open up his Instagram and show pictures of him or videos of him at the 24 games. And people were like, oh my God, what the hell is that? Oh no, this is, these kind of events that we're a part of. We do these events with our team, and people are like, oh my God, how do I become part of it? And this was the entry conversation to prospects. It was so easy. He didn't have to do anything. All he would do was talk to a prospect. You like working out? Yeah, I like working out. Well, check this out. And he would just show videos of the 24 games and pictures of him at the 24 games and different content of the 24 games. And so as a recruiting tool, if you're there, if you get that content, if you have your pictures taken there, if you have your videos taken there, and if you bring that back with you, you bring that back home to be able to show your prospects, to be able to show your team members, to be able to show your customers, to be able to show potential distributors that maybe wouldn't have come in with a picture of a shake, okay? But maybe now they see this and they're like, oh my God, I'm in. Whatever that is, I'm in. I want to be a part of it. This is a next level way of recruiting. And it's a next level way of recruiting, in my opinion, amazing distributors, because these are distributors that love sports, that love healthy, active lifestyle, that love taking care of themselves, that love what we already do and what we're all about. And so for me, as a recruiting tool, it was mind blowing. It was so easy. He would just show people, oh, check out what we do, check out what we're a part of, check out what our games, and people would be like, oh my God, especially now with these kind of fitness competitions becoming so popular with High Rocks and all that. This is next level, guys, and so this is going to put your business being there, competing in it, and being a part of it in any way, shape, or form is going to give you a level of attraction, a level of credibility, and a level of just new energy, fresh energy, exciting energy to your business that none of us right now have. I mean, Quentin and his team, they have it because they've been doing it for a while, but we don't have that here. And I'm just so excited because once we have that, man, I got to do a lot less talking. I just show videos of what we're doing. Check this out. You want to be a part of this? Yeah. How do I do it? Well, listen, let's have a meeting and I'll tell you all about it. And then we do transformations and the whole thing. And next thing you know, they're downing 24 line and they're consuming the products and they're a part of the whole thing. And by the way, and I'll teach you how to make money. You can compete there, you can have fun, but I'll teach you how to make money doing what you love. Okay, cool. This is going to make our life so much easier. But besides that, it's team building. It's something exciting on a level that I have never seen. I remember when I was over in Belgium and I saw the tug of war thing. Oh man, how exciting that was. That was my favorite part, the tug of war. It's unreal. It's unreal. You have to be here. We're renting a massive property where we're going to have all kinds of stuff. Pool for to hang out in, cold plunges, outdoor gyms, all kinds of stuff besides the competition area. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, massive stage with DJ, with it's guys, it's going to be next level. So listen, and by the way, we're going to have all the Europeans come in. We're going to have people from all over the world coming in. Maybe we can get a little, America versus Europe thing going. We'll see. But I'm excited. I can't wait for this. This is the first time we're ever going to be doing a 24 games in the United States. This is the first ever 24 games in America. And I can only imagine if this is something that actually catches on, imagine a 24 games at the North America extravaganza with 15,000 people competing. 10,000 people competing. Imagine a 24 games at the European extravaganza with 10,000 people competing. Imagine a 24 games at the India extravaganza with 100,000 people competing. I don't even know. These guys are like machines, But this is where I see this going. And I mean, Quentin has done huge things. They had 1,000 people at the last one. Not this very recent one that was more like a showcase, but the last official one that he did last year, 1,000 people. But I think the Miami one being the first international, completely international 24 games, I think this might be the one that kicks this off and that makes this a trend where the company worldwide now starts paying attention and takes this thing to another level. I can't wait. I hope you're a part of it. If you're not a part of it, you're going to miss out. I'm telling you. So I hope to see you there. You can go on the website. The website is wedo24games.com. And there you can see more information. And you can get your tickets. I'm fired up. But besides that, 24 games are in June. Okay. June 7th and 8th. In July, in September, and other months, depending on where you are, we have extravaganzas coming up. Okay. And listen, extravaganza is an event that 13 years ago changed my life. And I don't know about Quentin, but I'm sure it changed his life too at some point. So things to have on your radar, 24 games and then extravaganza. Guys, the question is not if you're going to extravaganza. The question is, how many people are you going to take there with you? When I ask people, usually like, oh, I have a few people. Whatever the number that you're saying now about extravaganza, whatever that number is that you think you're going to have, multiply that by 10. And that's how many people you should actually have. So whatever number you have in your mind now, multiply that by 10 and start working towards getting that many people to the extravaganzas. I'm telling you, it's going to change your business if you do. So Quentin, I don't know if you have anything else to say, bro, about extravaganzas or whatever, but
Bro, the last thing I would say is that, first of all, it's not even a promotion. That's the reality. You know, if you feel the excitement of Rory and myself when we talk about the 24 games or the extravaganzas, it's one thing to actually share the stories, but it's another thing to actually live it. And Herbalife is to be lived. The experience has to be lived. I've had some guys from the 24 games in Ghent. They were like, "Oh, if only I knew it was going to be that big, then I would have come." I'm like, bro, you don't need, you know, the red carpet for you to come. You just need to book your tickets. So for the games, for the extravaganza, it's a no-brainer. You just need to be there. But like Jorge said, how many people are you going to be there with? And that's always been my focus, bringing more eyes, more ears, more hearts to the events, so that the more people see, the more people hear, the more people feel, the more we're going to build our business like international and to levels that we have no idea about. So bro, thank you so much. So freaking excited for the games, for extravaganzas, for everything that's coming. The path is clear. We just got to go for it.
listen, bro, I'm fired up. Listen, I'm going to be at the North America extravaganza. I'm probably going to be at the Latin America extravaganza. And I'm I'm for sure going to be at the European extravaganza.
Same.
Europe has become my second home for business and for everything. And so, you know, either 2 or 3 extravaganzas this year. Listen, you don't have to go to 3 extravaganzas. I'm going to probably 2 or 3 extravaganzas because I have teams that are in all these different places. You just got to make sure that your extravaganza, whatever that extravaganza is for you, but not just you with as many people from your team as possible. If you do that, I'm telling you, things will start to move in the right direction. So listen, it's been a hell of a day. It's been exciting. There's been a lot of great training. I hope you actually do something with the information that was given to you. I hope you actually decide to change something, change one thing, apply one thing that could change your business. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you at the 24 games, June 7th and 8th in Miami. It's going to be epic. We have some announcements now. You're going to do the announcements? All right. So we have a few more announcements, only like two more minutes, 2 more announcements, but it wouldn't be an event without some last minute announcements. Okay. Two announcements, but I don't know what the announcements are. So I'm going to let Octavio take it over and mention those last 2 announcements, and then we're off, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to share a little bit of time with you. I hope to see you in June, and I want to invite up Octavio so he can share the final 2 announcements, and then that'll be a wrap. Thanks, guys.
No te preocupes, fíjate. Okay, wow. Let me, good thing that I'm not here to do a training, because how you going to follow those 2? There's no way I can follow that. Good thing I'm just here to announce some things. And you guys thought it was going to be over already? It wouldn't be a we do event without giving you guys something new, right? I guess at this point, all you guys are already used to receiving something new, something that we adding, something that we creating. So this time, I'm going to do like Apple. One more thing. Oh, let me get the mic. But instead of being one more thing, it's going to be 2 more things. And let me tell you, I'm excited. I'm excited about the first one, but I'm more excited about the second one. And let's go into the first one first. The first one is something that you guys have been asking to be added in the chat in the app. One of the things you guys have been asking the most is, especially these coaches that go beyond and above, and they recruit so many challengers. So every month, at the end of the month, they have to upload so many pictures. So I know that could be a little bit hard work, and we don't want you guys to do more work in the app than going out there in the market and actually doing the work that is going to bring you money, that is going to bring you business. So I know this is something that you guys have been asking for a long time. We finally set it up. We finally designed it. We finally have it in the app. So starting this Friday, for the new challenge, now your challengers are going to be able to upload their own pictures. Now, yeah, before we put it. Now, one thing, guys, you guys are still going to have to check the pictures. So the way it's going to work, and we're going to share a PDF that explains everything, so there's no confusion, so you guys know how to do it. Make sure you read it. One of the things that most of the coaches don't do is read the rules, read the guidelines. So make sure, please, you read these ones, because this is something completely different from what you guys are used to already. So make sure you read it. So now, once we have to upload the pictures at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, now the challenger is going to be able to upload their own pictures. Once that challenger upload the picture, you'll be able to go in the app and check the pictures. And you're going to be able to check the picture and see if the picture is good or is bad. And if the picture is good, has the good quality, has the right clothing, it has the right code word, you're going to accept it, and that picture is going to go into the system. If the picture is not good, you're going to decline it, and you're going to let your challenger know, hey, the picture is not good. Let's do it again. I can be here with you while you're taking the picture and you upload it so I can check for you. So this is something that you guys have been asking for. A lot of the coaches here, they have multiple challengers. So we understand that it could be a little pain in the butt at the end of the month when you have to upload so many pictures. So I hope you guys like this. Let me see if are you guys happy? Can you guys put in the chat if you guys like it? If you guys are going to read the PDF, Nicole, can we share the PDF? So guys, I'm going to share it really quick, but we're going to share it in the app and in the chat so you guys can take it and just actually take the time, review the PDF, read it, and learn. So starting this Friday, I think is when we are uploading the pictures, if I'm not mistaken, that will take it in. It will be into effect. So let me see. Do we have more screens? So you're going to see everything, how you're going to tell your challengers. Now you have access to upload your pictures. Once you upload the pictures, I'll check the pictures, make sure they're good. You're going to accept them. This is pretty tiny here. You won't be able to see it now, but once we share, you'll be able to go through everything. Make sure, guys, one of the biggest issues that we have is we don't check our challengers' pictures. We want to make sure they have the right word. We want to make sure they have the right lighting. We want to make sure they have the right clothing, everything. Remember, it makes no sense to have these challengers do a crazy amount of work and get in shape, and they get disqualified because maybe the picture was wrong, maybe the clothing wasn't the right clothing, or maybe they didn't even put the right wording. So make sure you check everything to be able to have this challenger have a good chance to win the prize money. But that being said, that was the first enhancement, and I think you guys are going to love it because it's one of the things you guys have been asking for. Now, the second one is the one that I'm more excited, more happy about, especially after everything that George and Quinton said. I think this is going to be another game changer. I know we say that a lot, but it really is a game changer. So I know you guys have been asking for a way to check your work and a way to check what your coaches are doing. So now we're going to introduce, and this is going to be available in about a month, less than a month, but I'm going to show you how it's going to look. And you guys are going to be able to do so many things with this. You're going to be able to track what your challengers are doing, what your coaches are doing, how many challenges they're bringing in, how many coaches they're bringing in, how many wellness profiles are they sending out, how many of those wellness profiles are people actually doing, what's the percentage of wellness profile going out and the percentage coming back. So this now it's like BaseWorks. Now you'll be able to track their work, their job, if they're doing the right amount of work, if they're sending the right amount of messages, if they're sending the right amount of wellness profile. So now when you have a coach and he's telling you, well, it's not working for me, the business is not working, I'm not getting challengers, I'm not getting coaches. Now you can go into his profile, see everything that he has done, and then now you realize, well, the reason why you're not getting any challengers is because you're not sending enough messages or you're not sending enough wellness profile. The reason why you're not getting that many coaches is because you're not sending these messages. You're not sending these things to the coach, to the leads, to be able to convert them into coaches. You're also going to be able to see a percentage of the challenges that you bring in they will turn into coaches. So every month now you're going to have, do we have it here, Nicole, so they can see it? Yeah, hold on. So now you're going to see like a Biswork kind of thing where you're going to see your coaches and what they have done, right? Now you're going to be able to see how many new coaches they have bring in. And out of those new coaches, how many have been from challengers? So this is a game changer. Now you can track everything you can track now. So there's no excuse. There's no, well, it's not working for me. I'm not getting challengers. I'm not getting this. Now there's no way they can lie to you, literally. Now you can check. You can see if they're doing it or not. So guys, this is going to be ready in less than a month. So I just need you guys to do one thing. You got to get your coaches to now, if they haven't done it, they have to go to their profile and IU the upline. So if you bring your coach and your coach hasn't added you as an upline, make sure they do it, because you want to be able to track them. You want to be able to see everything. Remember, this is not connected to Herbalife, so we have no way to automatically track it for you. So now when you bring a coach in, just let them know, hey, once you register for the app and it asks for your upline, make sure you put my name. And it's going to ask for an upline presting. If they don't have it, no problem. The important thing is to have my upline. So make sure all your coaches that you bring in are you as an upline if you want to see. And for those that are already in the app and they've never done it, no problem. They can go to their profile and they can still add you as an upline. So make sure you do this, because you're going to be able to track them. You're going to be able to see what they've done, what they did, and what they're doing. And every month, you're going to be able to see how they're doing. So this is going to be, I think for me, this is going to be a game changer. I think now, especially with the Flex 45, you're going to be able to track that. You're going to be able to track many things. And we're going to keep adding more stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we have. We just takes time. But we have a lot of new things coming for you guys. And George, I don't know if you want to say anything else. That's enough for the announcements. It wouldn't be a we do event without giving you guys something new, something fresh. We always coming out with new ideas.
Has to work now. That's all.
Well, now you can see if they got to work or not. So there's no way you can lie now. So guys, this is it. I hope you got a lot from this call. Let me tell you, everything that the speaker said, if you put into action, you can get massive results. You can literally get to wherever you want. And after what George said, that what he got from honors, and it's true, it doesn't take that much time. We just have to make the decision and put massive amount of action. Instead of just waiting there, let's just work. Let's just get to press. Let's just get to wherever you want to go, but let's just get there. And this is it for me, guys. Thank you for connecting. I'll see you guys on Tuesdays, like always. Peace.